Hello, how you guys doing? Welcome back to the show. We are back at the Messy Sweet Spot to cover Mahogany Jackson. If you guys did not hear, it was heard all around the world. Mahogany Jackson was taken out of here too early. She was 20 years old, a mother of three. She had a 3 year old, and it was so horrible because it reminded us about Shanquella Robinson. It reminded us about so many girls that have been set up by their girlfriends. In this case, she was truly set up by her girlfriend and her friends, which happen to be women and men. And we have to continue to dissect this, and what I really want to focus on in this live is why the setup. Now, if you guys have not seen the video, I have covered this. You guys want to check out this YouTube channel and look through the past videos because it is a video that's going around social media, and it all stemmed from that video where we see Mahogany Jackson in Teja's apartment. You say, well, who is Teja? Teja is Mahogany's friend. They knew each other for years. They were in a gang. They were in a gang. Well, what did they do in this gang, Gigi? Well, they lured men, thugs, that was in the neighborhood that was about that life, a lot of money. They lured men to see Mahogany and other girls, and they will set them up and they will rob them. That's the type of time they were on. Now, they still had regular jobs. I hear they're working at Amazon, and they all are mothers. Every gang member that's a female that we know of are mothers except for Blue. You say, well, who in the hell is Blue? Blue, she is the author of this all. She is the corporate. However, Blue, she has been known to be botching robberies. She has been known to have been botching criminal activity when it comes to planning and executing a crime. However, she got this one right. However, she got this one out right. Because Blue, she's not facing no jail time. She's not in trouble. Matter of fact, she's boasting about it. She's on these interviews just talking and whacking and got her people commenting and saying this and that. No remorse that was her boo, that she felt sorry for. No remorse about, that was my close friend. You're not going to get that from Blue. I have yet to hear it. Blue only concern was, I didn't do it. You don't got proof I did it. If I did it, why they ain't lock me up, dawg? Why they ain't lock me up? I would have been locked up if I did it. It's a lot of criminals out here that has not been locked up. We know that they don't deal in the realm of having integrity. We know they don't have high morals or values considering the group and what the group stood for. The name of the group is called My Lord, a mockery of what we all stand for, what we all was raised under. And if you saw the videos that's going around dealing with My Lord, what they did to Mahogany Jackson, they handcuffed her, they essayed her, not just men, but it were women too. On the video, all you heard was her screaming, screaming. And while they was assessing her, the men, the women, they will go in and they will take hits on Mahogany and they will get objects and SA her too. They would send these videos to the other gang members and ask anybody, would you like to partake? And this happened Saturday night, all the way to Sunday night. And Blue confirmed this. When you look at this story, it is very complex. It's not black and white. It's not simple. It has a lot of relationships, a lot of components, a lot of passion, a lot of hate, a lot of lust, a lot of wickedness involved in it. It is a tangled web. It is a web of lies. And all of these people are liars and they're not going to be honest about it. And the sad part is they were going to get away with it. This whole group, these girlfriends, friends, and gang friends, they were going to get away with taking out Mahogany Jackson. If you think this is their first body, if you think this is their first killing, you're wrong. These people, this is what they do. They take people out of here, and they don't have no problem doing it. No problem at all. So I'm glad that you guys are here. How you guys doing? If you guys did not know, you guys know I had dentist. So I'm still recovering. So if I sound kind of off, you know it's because of the dentist. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Tammy. How you guys doing? Hey, Callie. Please, if you guys can like this video, help to get this message out into the algorithm. It's much appreciated. We have to start having real tough conversations about where are we headed as a people. Because this did not just happen once. This been happening. And when you look at the music, you hear it all in the music. When you look at these reality shows, all you see is black women fighting black women. All you see is black women arguing and degrading other black women. And hell, the black community is loving it. Until it goes too far and we have a case like this. Until we have a case like this. People say, oh my God, I cannot believe that women sat around and watched Mahogany Jackson get essayed by a group of men. How could you not? Every time you look up on social media, you always have women fighting women. You don't see the hate they have for each other. And when this happened, now you're shocked? As if we lived in a world where all these women are kumbaya and they're supporting each other and they uplifting each other. Where they do that at? Where? Because when you look on the gossip timelines, you're going to see a lot of drama, shades, and fights. And it don't stop. Every day. And if you think they're doing it just for a paycheck, I think you need to check yourself. They have some real issues and a dislike and a disdain for a lot of other women. And it shows. Because when the cameras are out, they're not hanging out together. When the cameras are out, they still having drama and conflict and doing dirty shit to each other. It shows. This is where we are. And honey, when it's getting to the kids, when it's getting to Mahogany, 20 years old, getting set up by other black girls in their 20s. And for what? And that's what I want to dive into. That's what I want to see what's going on. I'm gonna turn the things on, so the phone lines on. So you're gonna hear Blog Talk Radio. So just give it a second. You're gonna hear it. So while we're doing this, please like, share.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
All right. So you guys hear the noise.
To start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions,
Your show is scheduled to start in 33 seconds.
Infamous Ting said it might taking calls. Yeah, I'm opening up the phone calls now. When I started this, I didn't have the phone lines open. I apologize for that. So I'm doing it now.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
All right, so the phone lines are open. If you guys have something to say, feel free to do so. But I want to look more into Blue. Do you guys all know who Blue is? Blue is the girlfriend of Mahogany. They just spent together. What was that, on Valentine's Day? And you would think, who would think that on Valentine's Day, this person would be behind getting myself taken out of here? You may say, well, how did Blue get her taken out of here? It all happened with the phone call. That three-way phone call was the seed to get Mahogany up out of here. They are in a gang. Mahogany, Tessa, and a whole group of girls. Am I yelling? Let me know. Hold on. Press 5 if it sounds like I'm yelling, cause I gotta stop that. I don't mean to yell. All right. Press 2 if I'm not yelling. All right. We do have phone calls. So I'm gonna take phone calls, and I'll come back to my commentary about this. Calling from 201. You're live on the air.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well. What are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts on this is it's honestly like a tale as old as time, right? Like this is why things like feminist movements have happened. This is why, if you look back in history, you'll see so many women betraying women due to things like penis envy or the need for validation from men. And, I'm going to say something a little controversial, but how did this, like we've all been asking, how did this girl get wrapped up in this? I don't think that she deserved to be tortured to death, but clearly you can't be that much of a good of a person if you surrounding yourself with some type of people. I don't know.
Well, I understand where you came from. Mahogany, she was in a gang. Blue, she was on live the other day, and Blue said this. She said Mahogany is not innocent. Mahogany is just as evil as the rest of them. That's what Blue says. Blue says Mahogany associates herself with women that are pedos to younger girls, trying to SN them. Also, they have been in shootouts, they have been in fights. So you are right to that degree that she is a part of her system that she in. However, in this story, she is a victim. She is a victim. Oftentimes, when you are in gangs, they tell you, if you betray us, we're going to take you out of here. Blue set Mahogany up, had her on a three-way with one of the gang members, and had Mahogany running her mouth talking about the gang member secrets. And one of the secrets was they were going to take Blue out of here. And also, planning to be destructive to the gang that she in, planning to take out the princess Teja and that gang. So when Ariana was on the three-way that Blue allowed her to listen to, she then said, "Okay, I know what time it is. We have a betrayer amongst us, which is Mahogany." Not only did she go and she tell our ops that we're planning to kill them, but she also is planning to take one of our very own out of here. And that girl, Ariana and Teja relationship, according to Blue, is lovers. They are lovers. Now, when I first
Well, with
heard the
that,
relationship with Teja and Blue, they were cousins. So I don't know if it's incest and lovers going on, or if it's lovers, and you know how some gay boys and gay girls they say they're cousins, but they're really lovers. But go ahead, what were you gonna say?
be all that as it may, I come from a family that unfortunately is about that life. I had an older brother who died to gang violence, and so this may seem a little harsh, but I very much so you live by the same sword that you wield. So though I believe obviously being tortured till you pass on, that's unfortunate. However, we all have trauma. We all were kids. And nothing about me, with all the trauma that I've been through as a child, I had no guidance from adults. Have I ever thought to do the things that this girl does? And when people are like, oh, it's the music, okay, so then now we have to dissect our community, because why are other people listening to our music, but they understand where it separates as music and real life? So I just feel like with our community, no matter what happens, there's always going to be some type of a form of an excuse, even when a victim is not, I guess, the perfect victim. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, though, yeah, I feel like what happened to her was terrible. I stand by, hey, man, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. It is what it is. You knew what you signed yourself up for.
Got
So
it.
that's all I wanted
Well,
to
well,
say.
I would love to continue to talk to you about this because I'm sure a lot of people feel that same way. However, I hear you, but I don't completely. So if you don't mind, if we can just have a conversation about it, is that okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I feel she's 20 years old. She haven't even got the chance to get to know who she is. I understand gangs are out
Gigi,
here.
at 20 years old, were you setting people up though?
No, I
Because
was
I was
not.
20 years old only
I
a decade
I was
ago,
not.
and I wasn't a horrible person.
Yeah, but can you please not overtalk me because I was in the middle of a thought. But
I'm
no,
sorry.
we're all different. At 20 years old, I'm sure every single one of us was doing different things. However, with her, she still has yet to get to know who she is. And to me that still take 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 flight in this situation. And she was influenced by these elders who she thought that she could trust. She met these individuals at the age of 17, not trying to figure out who she is. She just got finished dropping a baby. She have a 3-year old, and I don't know her history, her background. But she was influenced by these elders doing these horrific things, trying to get fast money and living this fast life, which you see is glamorized in our community. And I know people talk about the gang, but I don't live by the code of the gang. I live by America, and American have rules. And I don't care what gang you are in, you are not God. I don't care what gang you are in. You are in no right to have authority to take out anybody. Okay? Now, that gang life, that's something that you made up, but you live in the United States and we have rules here. So when it comes to this case, she is the victim. She was essayed. She was done wrong for 24 hours. It did not have to lead to this, and I don't believe in the gang beliefs, so that's where I stand. So I'm not gonna. Well, you die by the sword, you live by the sword, all that gang shit. I guess people feel like, well, you're part of the gang, you get what you get. I disagree. That's not how I my stance on that. But go ahead.
Well, my stance isn't gang affiliated stance. My stance is you reap what you sow kind of stance. And I think that instead of approaching it like woe is mahogany, I think this should be approached more as a cautionary tale. Like when the last few lives I heard you talking about, you were making the points to say why, basically like you were trying to tell the younger kids like, hey, be careful who you surround yourself with because people be on demon time and you got to be able to protect yourself. And I think that that was a great approach because at the end of the day, you know, I I think it's we start to go down the slippery slope of when we're saying like, oh, hey, like um just because a majority of our culture of our children are going down a bad path, that doesn't mean that we can't show them grace. Like that's not what I'm saying, but this is a cultural problem and it's the majority. Even when we're having people who are in higher places, we're still having them carry this same toxic mentality. And at some point in time, we have to, as a collective of people, have to say, hey, listen, there's no more feeling sorry for this. If you choose to align yourself with gangsters, pimps, and whoever, hey, baby, you're gonna one day you're gonna have to pay that check that your mouth cashed. You know what I mean? I feel bad for the girl. It's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, it could have 100% been avoided. She
She
didn't
didn't do
have
anything to
to
deserve
do
it.
that.
Your stance, it sounds like you're saying, hey, you deserve it if you hang around those monsters. From what I've known, she has nobodies. She hasn't taken anyone out of here. She hasn't essayed anyone. So I cannot agree that she deserved that. Nobody deserved that. You allow
No, no,
the
no.
just
I'm
when
not
you
saying
do
that
a
though.
crime, you allow America or the cops to deal with you, the law, but you don't take the law in your hands. You are no authority, no games. So I can never agree with that ideology where you get what you get from the streets. I don't agree with the streets mentality.
That's what I'm explaining to you is my mentality is it's literally not a street mentality. It's a karmic science mentality. I can't walk around my life doing 10 bad deeds a day and then having a meltdown when one bad deed the next day, hits me. You reap the seeds that you sow. It's unfortunate, but that's why I don't know. I know you're Christian, but like if you were ever to like read about Purusha and karmic cycles, you are planting certain seeds in your life, and then once they start to bloom, you can't then turn around and be like, oh Lord, why me? And I am not in any way saying she deserved what she got. That's not what I'm saying. It's a horrible way to pass. But what I'm saying is this should be a cautionary tale to everyone, no matter what your age or your background is. Be careful with who you surround yourself with because you play with snakes, you might mess around and get bit. And it's just that simple. I feel bad for the girl, but if she would have made better choices and had the people to guide her down the right path, she would have never even been here. That's all.
All right. Well, I thank you so much, and I thank you for having this conversation with me. All right, we're gonna let you go. Feel free to do so. I just had a conversation with her, and I guess she believes in a karma. And she said one thing. She said I'm a Christian, but I've never said I was a Christian. And I tell you guys this all the time. I was raised in a Christian household. However, my beliefs are slightly different in how I feel, and it's just personal. And just I just have my own perspective. However, because I was raised in a Christian household, some of those values are instilled in me as a child, and they will always be a part of me, and tradition will always be a part of me. But let's continue on. Calling from 512, you're live on the air. What are your thoughts on this?
You've been dragging this for weeks. Stop getting views off this girl. You're disrespecting.
Okay, so there it is again. And you see this gay guy, you know? I tell you what, I don't know what. Can you please leave me alone? Okay, let's continue on. Calling from 818, you're live on the air. What are your thoughts about this?
It's such a horrible way of how she passed.
Okay,
And I listened to your live last night, and you were saying that the girl Blue had she's she's responsible for her death as well. Were all eight of them.
okay. What were your thoughts? All right. Calling from 609, you're live on the air. 609. 609, are you there? All right, we're gonna let you go too. Do I just have a whole bunch of trolls? Calling from 424, you're
Just
live
chilling at working,
on
man.
the air.
And I
Are you
say, how's
there?
business going?
424?
Yeah. Get some candy.
Okay, this is wild. Calling from 720, you're live on the air.
Hi, this is Lisa Terrio, and I was listening to this story, and it's so tragic. I don't understand youth, this new generation now. I think it's a lot to do with their parenting and their family traits and values. I don't understand it at all, but I just I wish them all well. That's all we can do, and pray for them. That's all we can do.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I got some more callers, but honey, how these calls are setting up. Where is Carol? Where are my normal callers at? Okay, because I've been bombarded by trolls, and I don't even know. I don't even know how I attract these individuals. But I wanted to go by why. Last night I thought about it, and I really wanted to know why did Blue have Ariana on the three-way call? Blue at this time where she set Ariana Mahogany up. And let me tell you how this started. Blue knew that Teja had it out for her and wanted to kill her. She knew that information by Mahogany. Mahogany is in a gang with Teja, Ariana, and this whole group. This whole group. This is Mahogany's gang. Mahogany's got killed by her own gang, okay? When you're in a gang, you think of that. I've never been in a gang, but I'm assuming that's like your family. This is like the people you have a pact with, the people you can trust. So this was, you see, this is Mahogany, and this was her gang, okay? That took her out of here. Now, Mahogany, for whatever reason, wanted to take Teja out and told Teja's ex best friend, which is Blue, this is Blue right here, that Teja was planning to take her out. Mahogany told Blue this. Blue, in return, after Mahogany says, watch your back, because Teja and my crew, we coming for you. We gonna take you out. We set you up right now to take your ass out of here. So Blue, in return, told Mahogany, well, you need to stay away from them too, because they'll do the same to you. You need to stay away from them too. Okay? Now I'm looking at a call, Infamous Thing, donated $2. Gigi, you seem to misunderstand the first caller. Did I misunderstand her, or did she just didn't explain herself well for me to understand? I don't know. But I'm not mad at her, and I don't think she's mad at me, and that's okay. I'm not. If you think I'm mad at her, I'm not mad at her. And it's okay for people to disagree, you guys. I'm not going to agree with everybody, and everybody is not going to agree with me, and that's okay. Um, so back to the story at hand. Mahogany. Why did Mahogany portray Tasia? Is that a good question too? Why do you think Mahogany decided to say, I'm going to tell Blue that you guys are trying to set her up? Why? Can you guys answer me that in the comment section? Why did Mahogany betray Tasia and her gang banging friends to tell Blue to watch out, they're going to come for her? I think that's a good question. Can y'all tell me that? Another question is, Mahogany tells her, Blue, they're coming for you. Blue, in return, tells Mahogany, you need to stay away from them because they're going to take you out too. Mahogany doesn't listen to Blue. She figured, well, hell, Blue, you didn't even know they was going to take you out, so you don't know shit. So she ends up hanging back with her crew. Mahogany, she goes back with her crew like nothing never happened. Mahogany trusts Blue to keep that secret to herself. If I'm your friend and I told you they're coming for you, I don't think you're going to tell the gang members I told you that. But that's what Blue did. That's what caused all of this. Blue went to Ariana. This is who Ariana is right here. Blue said she had a good, tight relationship with Ariana. Who is Ariana? She's a part of the gang. Ariana, she's a mother as well. Ariana is Teja's girlfriend. So Blue, after hearing that news that Mahogany told her that Teja and then was going to take her out of here, she wanted to confirm. Maybe did Blue believe Mahogany? Did Blue feel like Mahogany was lying about it? And she just wanted to double confirm that shit. And she just wanted to say, nah, let me call Ariana. Now, Ariana, you know we cool. She said we got cool because Teja wanted to do a threesome. Teja wanted to do a threesome. It wanted to be Teja, Ariana, and Blue. Okay? Now, I don't know what they attracted. What do Blue got? Okay? Do she got a big-ass strap? What is it about this Blue? I don't know, girl. Okay. But honey, they allegedly wanted to have a threesome. That's what Blue said. And she kept in contact with Ariana. She had a good relationship with her. So she wanted to question Ariana, and she says, is this true? Are y'all trying to set me up? Are y'all trying to kill me? I thought we were cool. What's really going on? Ariana is like, no, no. Why would you say that? That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Blue said that's what Mahogany is going around telling me. Ariana didn't believe her. She said, nah, Ariana ain't gonna say that shit. You capping. You just trying to make up shit. Blue, you just got back around the group and you already stirring shit? Cause mind you, Blue, she's the new one here. Yeah, they all knew of each other for years, but Blue, she's been on the out for a while. And she just got back in hanging around Mahogany, Teja, and Ariana in the game. So Ariana looking at, girl, you coming back and you already starting some shit. Why would you say some bullshit like that? So Blue said, oh, you don't believe me? Okay, hold on. Let me call her on a three-way. She called homegirl on a three-way, and Mahogany ran that mouth, and Ariana heard it. Now, when Ariana heard it, you know she went back to her girlfriend Teja, say, bitch, she want to get you out of here, and she telling Blue you trying to kill her because she want Blue to take your ass out. She jealous of us. Not only is she trying to set us up for the downfall, she is getting your enemies to try to get you out of here. Because they're looking at, you only told Blue that shit because you want Blue to make a move on Tasia. You wanted Blue to make that move, didn't you? Or were you wanting Blue, or did you want Blue to make a move? I'm thinking it's either kill or be killed. That's how they moving. Have you ever heard that thing? Killed or be killed. So who gonna do who? So that's why people are saying what they were supposed to do to Blue, they decided to pause on that and get Mahogany out the way first. Because they was very disappointed about Mahogany actions, about the betraying and trying to take out the princess of the group. So they must have talked about it outside of Mahogany. And Ariana told and Tasia told the whole group, and they said, hey, we got to do one thing led to another. And that's why in that video, you keep on hearing her talking about some, yeah, I'm not Blue. I didn't heard what you said on that three-way. And then add more shit. Blue also was telling her, yeah, she was sleeping with your baby daddy, and she was doing this. Blue was just going, just why did Blue do that though? Why do you think Blue betrayed Mahogany? Is Blue scared of Tasia and them? Did she want to save herself? Did she feel like, hey, if I give up this girl, could y'all spare my life? If I give y'all, if I tell y'all, y'all got a rat in y'all operation, would it give me cool points with y'all and y'all can spare my life? Or did she do it because she wanted a distraction before they got to her ass and say, hold up, yeah? Or did she just not believe Mahogany when she told her that? I don't know. It's a lot of things, and we got a lot of phone calls, and I hope y'all don't start playing with the troll shit. Hope I do have some good calls. Calling from 929. You're live on the air. 929. All right, we'll come back to you. Calling from 609. You're live on the air. 609.
Hi. Good
Hi.
evening, everybody. So I'm a recent new subscriber. The last couple of weeks, I've recently subscribed to your channel. I love the information you're putting out. I love the detail you're putting into everything. But I have there's just a few things, and I'm all the way from Jersey, but I feel like there's not a lot of media coverage on this. I feel like this has not been made like a nationwide issue like it should be, mainly because, with us being of color, there's not always that need for justice or swift action. But where I get confused is it's not even about confusion. Like Blue, I think she's just a liar. You said you stopped talking to them in January, but you was with Teja for her birthday. But if Taja's supposed to be going with Ariana, how did that even go down? So within a couple weeks, y'all fell out so bad that now they all want to kill Blue. But Ariana's still talking to Blue. But Blue, you spent Valentine's Day with Mahogany. Like, it's just not making sense. I think Mahogany was trying to distance herself. She was recently getting into a lot of fights with Teja. I think she was trying to distance herself. And I think Blue perpetrated as like, well, yeah, we on the out, so it's me and you. So Mahogany felt safe enough to tell Blue certain things. And Blue was trying to get back in with everybody else and threw Mahogany under the bus.
Mm. So you feel that Blue threw Mahogany under the bus because Blue wanted to get back in the group. She wanted to be accepted back in that group.
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards that because I don't believe this is just about a comment about somebody's baby father. I think maybe, and then like, I don't even know if I believe that Teja and Ariana were being like intimate with each other because at first it was their cousins, all three of her,
And Giovanni.
Ariana and who, yeah, supposedly they're all cousins. And now y'all not cousins and y'all in a secret relationship.
Well,
that makes no
Blue,
sense.
sorry to cut you off, but Blue said that. She put that bombshell in everybody's ear a couple of days ago. She said, I want y'all to know that Ariana and Tasia, they're lovers. They go together. And Blue, she puts out so much information that nobody asks for, and she do it to twist the story.
Right. I feel like Blue is just trying to put a narrative. She's trying to distance herself so much that she's really just putting herself into it more. I don't care that they have your phones for a reason. If that's the case, the police, they can download that phone within 5 seconds and give you your phone and send you on your way. They had that phone for a reason. Number two, she's talking way too much. You're talking about other crimes, other situations that have nothing to do with anything. So if people aren't after her just for the Mahogany thing, they're after her for everything else she's telling about. You're doing too much to try to prove yourself if you had nothing to do with it. You would have spoke on it one time and one time only. But this is a continuous thing. You're on everybody's platform. You're in everybody's clubhouse, hip hop, wherever you can be, and then the story changes. Everything she's on, it's a different rendition of what happened. Now you're saying she was dead on Saturday night. Now she was on Ratchet TV saying that she found out Saturday night. Well, she slipped up and said that there was video going around about it Saturday night. So you knew that there was something happening to her, whether it was just being essayed or being beaten up. You knew that girl was in danger. So now what? You waited till what, Monday, Tuesday to come out and say, oh, I heard, I knew? You heard and you knew because you were a part of it. You distanced yourself because you thought if you weren't on the scene, nobody would attach you to it. But she's a common denominator in all the situations.
Yes,
Ariana wouldn't have been saying anything to her if it wasn't for the fact that she was running back, playing both sides, playing monkey in the middle. Excuse the term because, but I mean, I feel like that term suits her pretty well.
You know what,
I have not once
I'm
heard
sorry
her.
to cut you off. What's your name?
My name is Arcadia. I'm from
Arcadia.
Jersey.
Arcadia, you describe it as playing monkey in the middle. I describe it as you were trying to get her taken out of here. That's some stuff you do when you put a target on somebody back. If I go up to a gang member and I tell them that one of their gang members is an informant, I know they're going to take that gang member out. They're gonna you.
Yeah.
That's no plan. You come on now? You have to know
Yeah, I
the
completely
savage.
agree.
This is some
Yeah.
shit you just say to certain people. It does more than just playing in the middle. This is more than just gossip. This is somebody's life that you playing with. And the person was just trying to
Yeah.
warn your ass. And you can you tell me that? If she tried to warn
No, I
her,
completely see what you're
why?
saying. But
Why?
I
Why did
wonder
she
when,
switch on her?
I'm
What
sorry.
did she not believe it? Did she not? Did she feel like Mahogany was lying to her?
I think that's what it is too, because now she's trying to distance herself and act like she wasn't even liking Mahogany like that. Talking about a mental relationship. That sounds like somebody that got their feelings hurt and now they want to get their lick back. But what I'm anxious to find out is when supposedly Mahogany told like this phone conversation where she was secretly like on three-way and Ariana was listening and she didn't know, because who knows how long they were planning this. Maybe that's why Blue spent Valentine's Day with her. Like, who knows how long this plan has been in motion? Because from what I'm hearing and what I've been reading, she was trying recently to get a job, get herself together. And you know, when you're trying to elevate and distance yourself from the nonsense, that makes people angry. I think they saw somebody that had potential to better their life, and they know that they're never going to do anything. And I just think that gave them another reason, like, she's got to go. She knows too much information. She's partaken in certain activities, and they saw her as a liability. And that's why it's all these reasons that are coming about. Oh, you know, it doesn't matter what she did in her life. Nobody deserves what happened to her.
Well,
And I feel like I see a lot of victim shaming. Like, I'm not, no, of course, okay, nobody's innocent, but to essay someone, unalive them, ridicule them, dehumanize them, and record it is just a whole nother level of evil.
I don't care what anybody say. She's a victim. I don't care how evil she had
Exactly.
been. She could be practicing witch magic shit. What happened to her that night? She was a victim 100%. She did not even strike anybody back. She did not have no protection. She didn't fight back. Did you see the video? She just kept her hands
I've
up
seen
around her face. She didn't
she was
fight.
trying to protect herself.
She
She
how
just
could
kept
you
saying, you know, you
how could
got it.
and I can't agree with that ideology that she caused this herself. I cannot agree that she deserved this. I can't
Yeah, I
understand
could
how
never agree
people
with
want
that.
to take that away from her that she's not no victim. In this
You know,
situation, she's a victim. Maybe in other situations, maybe she is the bad guy. But guess what? When she's the bad
the
guy,
focus is what happened to
you
her
get
that
the
night.
law involved and she does the time and you do it the right way. But you're not
Right.
going to push this gang ideology and make me believe it because that's what you believe.
Yeah, I
I would not
completely agree with you.
compromise. I would not compromise with that gang ideology. I will not.
Yeah, and it's just a real shame what our society has come to. And like, these are young people, like young. They're younger than me, and I just can't imagine being that age and partaking in like activity like that. It's just, I'm telling you, I haven't been able to. This case has just been on my mind. I go to work talking about it. I talk about it at home. I talk about it with my friends and family, and it's like nobody really even knows about it. Some people say, "Oh, I may have heard," you know, but this is a travesty. This is a devastation to human life.
It is.
And I feel like, you know, it's like, you know, she was on the Ratchet TV live the other day, and like, you only got on there because they was offering to pay you.
What?
And you just was, yeah, so the guy Vito and her, like, he was offering to pay, like, you know, send them money. He was like, you know, I don't want y'all attacking her, like, let her talk and things. But it was just a bunch of lies, and
What?
everybody was calling her out on it.
What?
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm a little under the weather. Yes,
Me
everybody. I
too.
was actually watching his. I was watching his live last night, and so Francis Harris, the one that was in the video, like light up. His dad. They're saying his dad was that older gentleman in the video.
What?
Yes, and his name is it's Francis Harris. So his dad's name is Dave. He always wears that hat. He always wears those glasses. Now the only thing is, I guess, because the video is it's a little like gritty, grainy, like from it being shared so much in different platforms. Like he just looks a little bit darker than what the family photo showed. But that's his dad.
Wow.
So I feel like he should be arrested too, because
Yes.
either way you were
Yes.
witnessing a crime.
Yes. Most
You were the
definitely.
adult. You were the oldest person that we know so far that was there. So like so many people played a part in this. It's just sick. It's insane, and it's that you really don't even know when she died. We all have our assumptions on what we think, but what if they tortured this girl for a whole 24 hours and then ended her life Sunday night? Me personally, from the bottom of my heart, I don't think she sent that text message or those communications to her mother, because you have your mother's phone number. You would have reached out to somewhere where they would answer automatically, not on like Facebook. I could get a missed call from Facebook right now, and I won't know until I actually go into the app. You know what I mean? So that's not reliable. Like a lot of us think. I think somebody was feeling guilty.
What?
I think they came down off that nose candy, that Tina Snow, and said, "Oh man, we really messed up."
So I have so many questions for you. When they reached out to her, whoever, whether it's Mahogany or the 18 Anonymous, at 7:30 in the morning, was it a text message from her Facebook account, or was it just a regular phone?
So from the screenshot that I showed that she allegedly, sent to her mother, that looks like an iPhone conversation. That didn't look like a Facebook conversation. I think maybe there's a little bit of confusion. I believe that maybe she wrote her sister or something on Facebook and pinged her location, because when she texted her mom, she just said, or whoever allegedly, the text message that was sent was, I'm here at Teja's apartment 3, like, don't call, that's not like somebody that was scared, sketchy, and just wanted to try to throw the last lifesaver, even though she was already gone.
And
because
Blue?
the way that
No, go ahead.
she was attacked, I'm sorry, the way she was attacked, first of all, like we were saying, if somebody's got you kidnapped, well, they're pretty stupid anyway, just for what they did and then recording it. They're just dummies all across the board. But I can't see them letting them get to her phone. They had her phone at some point. We need to see what time these cash apps were sent. Because that would be a little informative too as to when she might have actually been with her phone. Because obviously, she had to be alive at that point when the cash apps were set, because you had to get on the phone. Allegedly they told her, if you give us the code, we'll let you go.
Well,
Nobody knows what time the cash apps were sent. I feel like the police are holding back a lot of information, which is, that's usually to be expected. But there's definitely more information that needs to be brought to light. Even the guy Vito, okay, Blue, some people are like, oh, well, she's not in jail because she wasn't physically there. I feel like if she had any cause or any room and she facilitated that in any way, I feel like she should be in jail. I don't care if she was actually there or not. I feel like she was privy to the situation beforehand. I feel like she knew it was going to happen. Ironically, you out of town. They say she's always in and out of town, but ironically, you were nowhere to be found. If you supposedly distance yourself, why are people calling you, telling you that something's going on with Mahogany? If she didn't even text her mom till Sunday morning, how did you hear about it Saturday night? And she was on the live saying that she knew the videos because, people were going around. I guess people were calling when the essay was going on, asking if you would like, a headache. And
did you want to partake in the madness?
Yeah, she said that was going on Saturday night. How do you know that?
You
I
know
think
how
whatever
she
time she was
know?
recently
She
spending with
knows because they all knew that Blue set this up. And they are thanking Blue. That was part of the reward for Blue. Blue, you down with us now. You looked out for us. We had a rat amongst us that wanted to take us out and was telling our secrets. Okay, Blue, I know you don't like her ass. You can't like her because you didn't told on her. So, would you like to
right.
partake in this shit, Blue? Come on now. I know you like it. This your girl. Why would they, honey? Blue don't give a damn about Mahogany. And I feel this: if you cared about Mahogany, why do people gotta pay you to talk about your friend? Shouldn't you be advocating for your friend? You should be the main one, the loudest mother sucker out here advocating for your girl Mahogany. And the way she got done was not right. It's so many lessons that you can
Exactly.
give, Blue, to prevent young girls from following down the same path Mahogany did because you were there. You knew all these people. You should be the loudest advocate for her. And yet,
Exactly. I
you're
haven't
the
heard her shed a
opposite.
tear.
Yet, you're the
I haven't heard
opposite.
her shed a tear. She's like victim blaming. I didn't hear her cry or nothing. Everything just seems
Because
like
she
it's for
don't
show.
care.
That was the that was the weakest surrender to police I've ever seen in my life. I'm just appalled. And then I think she's trying to clear her she's trying to clear the air because she knows, now she's got a target on her back. I don't know what's going on with her and this guy Vito. I was watching for a couple of days, but then it just started to seem like a tad bit sketchy. Because it's like, your family member is caught up in this. Why are you not berating him the same way? He mentioned it briefly, like, oh, I ain't seen him in 4 years or something like that. But he has such a hard on for Blue.
Mm. Well, I don't
Something,
know
there's
nothing
more to the
about that
story.
veto stuff. That's not my focus. My
Well,
focus,
they were on the live
Mahogany.
together.
Yeah, I seen
They
it.
were on the live. They were on Ratchet TV together,
Uh huh.
and it was just like a lot of back and forth. It's turned it into like a soap opera between them two, when the focus should be on this girl's death and what
Well,
happened.
that's what we have to do. So it's up to us to just talk about Mahogany and the people surrounding Mahogany, and veto don't have nothing to do with that.
Exactly. So that's all I wanted to say. I love what you're doing. I am definitely a fan. I am
Thank
obsessed
you.
with this story. I mean, I like I'll fall asleep sometimes. I'll get up like I'm reading about it every minute. I'm checking to see. Well, it's the weekend, but I'm checking for updates, checking for things. But last night, I definitely, when I was on the Ratchet TV, I saw it. Like, they found out, about the guy
Well,
Francis'
let me know
dad,
this.
and he was there.
Blue, I'm talking to you. Was it true? Was Teja and them trying to get you taken out? Was that true? Because I still haven't got an answer for that. Did Blue
I'm starting to think
confirm?
I think that part is not even true. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because like supposedly now she's trying to kill you twice, but you're saying it's from 2 years ago. I feel like, you know what, they could have been planning this for a couple months. I don't think it had really had anything to do with no tax money or nothing like that. I just think that was a bonus. I think that was a bonus. But if you see those fights and Teja and Mahogany going back and forth, jumping each other, that girl. But I also hear that Blue saying that somebody told them that they was together that day. I don't believe that. I don't believe Mahogany. Like, I believe she was naive, but I don't believe that she would go around this group of people knowing she was pillow talking with Blue and be around all these people by herself. If she was distancing herself and having tension with these people, I think she was set up. That's the consensus amongst a lot of us. But I truly believe, she went there under false pretenses. And to throw her off, because guess what? If she was cool with Teja and they ended up all being at Teja's house, why didn't they originally start there? Why are they at this Brandon Pope's house?
I don't know. All I
It
know
doesn't
is
make sense.
Ariana confronted her with Blue, and Blue is all around this. That's all I do know.
And then it's like, what are y'all in some type of like, like group like activity, like intimate activity group? Because Blue was saying that she was intimate with what's her name, Sanaya or
Sanaya?
Tania, whatever the girl's name is.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sanaya.
She just admitted that, I want to say maybe like 2 days ago. Now, for the last few days, you kept saying, "Oh, I didn't mess with none of them, like in the live, none of them, I didn't mess with none of them." Now,
She
all
a
of a sudden,
liar. Come on now,
right,
listen. Can I tell you something? You see how they operate. You see they are very freaky deviants, okay? They can't
yeah,
control themselves. So you mean to tell me you guys are savage in every category except for the freaky category? No, that's where you excel at. I believe
right,
you though, they didn't all had a taste or a lick of each other.
absolutely disgusting.
They all got
Um,
spin the bottle. They doing the most, especially when they on them Tina Snows and them pills. They doing any and
yeah,
everything to each other. They having a whole group thing, man. Please.
yeah, it's
They don't got no
absolutely insane. And
morals
I'm
or
glad, I'm
values
hearing
when it comes to anything else. So you think they got morals and values when it comes to that? Bull crap.
exactly.
Mm.
And then Blue lied because she said, she was like, I'm not in no group chat, but you got Teja's iCloud information. You saw what was going on. You knew what was going on. And then she claims that Teja's ex-boyfriend, who she won't give his name, but she called
Why is she
somebody,
protecting
probably a
him?
random man on,
Why?
yeah,
Why? Your
yeah.
friend died.
There's no
Why are you
ex-boyfriend.
protecting him?
There's no ex-boyfriend. That's why she called a friend and said, listen, I'm going to call you and you just agree with what I'm saying.
What? Yeah, that's
Because
what she did.
why would,
That's what she did. And why didn't she
yeah,
give that to the
why would,
police? Why didn't she give his name to the police?
exactly. I don't hear this boyfriend's name in anything. I don't hear anything about Teja even having a boyfriend. I think I heard like maybe she had a baby daddy, like deceased or something. I'm not sure, but it's
They
like
all got baby
I've been
daddies.
hearing about her. Well, yeah, baby daddies and whatever else they
They
got
all
going
like
on.
women.
But yeah, just a bunch of stupid, confused, want to try, want to do anything people, and y'all took it too far. And I personally believe they had intentions of killing her. That's why she was by herself. If Mahogany got, friends and family, why was none of them with her? She went because she thought she was going to be safe.
Yeah, she ain't see it coming.
And that's what's so, like, heart-wrenching about it. It was so blindsided. Like, God only knows what went through that girl's mind, especially when she knew she was not making it out of there. And then you lie and tell her, if you give me your code, we're going to let you go. And she probably believed it because she probably like, we just having a fight. We'll be back, back cool again eventually.
I would think, okay, you
And y'all,
videotaping it, you cannot really gonna take me out of here. But you know what? They did Shanquella like that. They videotaped her and took her ass out of here too.
exactly. And she still ain't got no justice. God rest her
Still ain't
soul.
got no justice.
But this is just about, like, it's just what needs to be done. Like, they need to be, they need to be put underneath the jail. Like, I don't even know. They need to be, like, I don't even know. Like, if we could, I don't know, we need to, like, go to use some of these other countries' punishment because, you can get unalived in another country for less
Well, I
speaking too
think,
loud. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I think they're looking at it capital murder or something like that. So we just have to be patient and see what happens.
yeah, I feel like everybody, though, should have been charged with capital murder. I don't know why some people just have capital and some people just have first degree, like, and so on and so forth. But I feel like everybody should have been hit with a capital charge.
Well,
Everybody, you're all over there, and the dad, Dave Harris, you need to be in jail as well. And then when I was on another live the other day, they were talking about that big girl that walked by in one of the videos with the blonde wig. And they're saying that she's somebody that was there recording and should be taken in as well. So I definitely feel way more arrests are on the way. I'm very hopeful. I want to see her have some justice. I want to see her family have some peace. Um, we can only just imagine how the family feels. Yeah, there's comments about like what the mother should have did, what the mother hasn't done. And I mean, you just don't know. That's why I feel like Blue really played a part in it, because if y'all spend the time together, then you know she's on the outs for her family. She's pillow talking to you, telling you that people want to kill you. I'm sure she's telling her the rest of her personal business. I feel like this was an opportunity. They used this opportunity. I don't think they necessarily knew that her mom was going to be picking somebody up from the airport if her and her mom were supposedly talking. But it does make me a little sad that, they're judging the mother so hard. If she was on her way to do something else and your child is, out here doing all types of stuff, I don't think she necessarily saw that message. I'm not going to write that right now, because from what I understand, they were there like 9-something, like they got there in the morning. I mean, I know it's not as fast as everybody would like, but we can blame the mother and say, oh, she should have ran up in the house and did all that. Yeah, okay, she should have. But also those police were there. If she had that message saying, look, this is what my daughter sent me, y'all busting the house, y'all think somebody's selling candy or something. You're not going to go in there when somebody says they've been kidnapped? I feel like the police department needs to come under some scrutiny too, because they didn't handle that well. I feel like, they dropped the ball a little bit. And I'm just saying, I don't know, her family dynamic, I'm just saying, me being a mother, and, I love my child. I have a smaller child, but it's like, at the end of the day, you try to guide your kids the right way. She's taking care of her granddaughter. She's been taking care of her granddaughter. I don't think she's some heartless, cold person. Mm-hmm. But we can't judge somebody on their reactions in front of the world. What happened is a tragedy. Even if just one of those things happened to her, it would be a tragedy. All those things that happened to her, that's just straight out of some, I don't even know. I can't even describe it. This just reminds me of a situation happening here years ago where a girl was killed and they were just talking about her past. It doesn't matter what she's not here to defend those crimes. We're talking about what happened with her and the people that are here that participated in it and planned it. But I think it's only a matter of time. I feel like Blue's gonna be locked up. What's today? Today's Saturday. Today's Sunday. I feel like it's coming up in the next couple of days, maybe tomorrow. We can all just pray on it. But I feel like there's definitely more on the way.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Yeah. I'm gonna let you go now. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Anytime. Calling from 929. You're live on the air. 929.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Nicole.
Hey,
yeah,
Nicole.
I've been following. Hello, honey. I've been following the story and your channel for a couple of days, and this is, absolutely sad and disgusting. I didn't see the video. I don't want to see the video, but there's people all around the world should sit down and listen to your podcast and hear the stories of things that go on in the streets and these gangs, and take this as a lesson learned, Not, yeah. I don't believe she deserves everything that happened to her. Nobody does. Nobody sees things coming. And the whole thing with Blue, she wasn't innocent. She wasn't innocent. Look at the bigger picture here. None of them were innocent. It was a gang. They all did wrong. But who are they to say, oh, this person deserves this punishment, that person deserves this punishment? They're nobody. They're people just like you and I, And it's just heartbreaking. And people should hear these stories, learn from them, watch them with their kids, watch them with their teenagers, and, do your best to keep your kids out the streets. Know who they're hanging out with. Know where they're going. Know who their friends are. Know who their friends' families are. Don't trust nobody when it comes to your kids.
Yeah.
And and it's it's disgusting, it's sad, but this is not the first time something like this has happened, and unfortunately, it's not going to be the last. So,
Yeah, you don't want it to happen to your kid. All right.
no, ma'am.
All right. Anything else you wanted to
And thank
add?
you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, with the mom, I'm really disappointed with all this negativity and bad comments. Oh, the mother should have did more. Why was she not showing her face in the public and speaking out? Like, I understand, like that's the mother and that's her daughter, but I'm pretty sure the mom is doing the best that she can for what she has. And yes, she's taking care of the grandbaby and everything. And also, she has like a public job, so she also got to protect her image.
Yeah.
She works for the city, so people is always quick fast to say something, judge somebody, and don't understand the bigger picture of things. And we need to stop that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
everybody don't
thank
want
you
to
so
get
much
on
for your time.
camera and do all that. You shouldn't need to do all that to get justice. I understand it helps,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
look what y'all did to Shanquella mama. Look what y'all did to Shanquella dad. Every time they did stuff, y'all said they're part of the Illuminati. They set it up. I mean, hell.
Mhm. Exactly. This is so sad. And everybody's like justice, justice, justice. At the end of the day, even if they catch all these people, well, I would say like monsters. I would call them monsters. They're not people. They're no longer human beings in my eyes. And lock them up. There is no justice. She went through what she went through. She suffered what she suffered, and now she's no longer part of this world.
Yeah. And that's sad. And she leaves a 3-year old daughter behind that will never have a mom. Mm, 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 mm.
Yeah, I'm so sad. I'm a mother myself. I got a little boy, and I'm terrified of what this world is going to bring to him. I'm going to do my best to protect him, teach him the right ways. But at the end of the day, these kids, they're going to make their own decisions. And all we could do is just pray and hope for the best.
Yep. Pray and hope for the best. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
And I
Oh, I'm sorry. I wish you would have kept going on. I apologize. Call me back. Calling from 706. You're live on the air. What is your take on this?
Hey, Missy.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
My take on it, I think Blue is just messy, and I think that she's just jealous of Mahogany. Earlier, because you've been doing the show for about a week, they were saying something about it was about tax money. I don't think it had anything to do with tax because
Right.
you got to work through the year to get tax money. I just think Blue had it out for Mahogany. She
Can
just seemed like a
can we
evil, low
dive?
vibration
Can we
person.
dive into that? Cause I think that's a lot right there. Blue,
Uh
Mahogany,
huh.
and Tasia. Blue, Mahogany, and
Mhm.
Tasia. Blue. That's all that
Mhm.
keeps going in my mind. Those three. It's something with
Mhm.
those three. Now we know
Mhm.
that Blue and Tasia were best friends. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know that from listening to the show.
Now were they coming back around to be cool or what?
I really, I feel like I don't know what to say. I feel like Blue had it in for Mahogany because Mahogany was trying to better herself. I heard in the show that she was like trying to get a job and eventually get out the game. So I just think maybe sometimes when you're around the wrong people and you're not around the right people, they'll try to like keep you down. So I just think Blue had it out for Mahogany
So
just to
your
try to keep her
reasoning
down.
is Blue
Huh?
Blue had it out for her because
Mm,
Mahogany wanted to be better.
yeah, and get out the game eventually.
Mm. But Mahogany being better, it benefited Blue because by Mahogany being better, she felt it was the right thing to do to warn Blue that they are going to try to off you. Hello?
I'm here.
Yeah. So what's your take on that? Because I don't agree that Blue wanted to take her out of here because Mahogany wanted to do better. I do think that is a thing, and people don't like when you leave them. I think when people feel rejected by you, they want to take you out of here. Is it possible
That is
that
the reason
she?
you just answer your own question. If she wanted to do better, Blue took her out. Blue got her side up because she saw potential in Mahogany.
Now, this how I see it. Mahogany want to do better does not is not a reflection of her rejecting Blue because she's telling Blue information. I can understand if she didn't want to be bothered with Blue, if she was like, okay, I want all of y'all to leave me alone, I don't F with y'all, and she just never comes around and she don't go with Blue on Valentine's Day, but she does. She spend Valentine's with Blue. She tell Blue private information. So in the mix of her being a better person, she's giving a lot of information to Blue. She's being very soft to Blue.
So you never been friends with somebody and you thought this person was your friend and they turned on you? You
I
saying Mahogany was giving Blue a lot of information, like telling her things like they going after you and all that,
right.
right? So
Yeah.
you never had a friend and you thought that person was your friend and they backstabbed you and went against you? I think it's just jealousy. I think Blue was just jealous of Mahogany.
So who backstabbed who in the situation?
I think Blue backstabbed Mahogany.
And you're saying it, and I do agree with you. I do think that Blue backstabbed Mahogany. I don't argue with that. I just argue with the reasoning. I take it. I don't think she did it because she was upset that Mahogany wanted to do better for herself. I think it could be possibly because she was upset that Mahogany was still being friends with Tasia. Um,
Mhm.
I think it could have been she probably felt that Mahogany is lying to her. Like, why are you telling me they're going to take me out of here, but you're still being cool with them? Like, are you just lying to me?
I was thinking that I was thinking that too. You know, maybe Blue thought Mahogany Mike was lying to her and
Yeah.
everything.
And
I
she
was
wanted to double
kind of thinking
check
that
it.
too.
Did Blue think
Mm.
that Mahogany was trying to set her up? Did Blue was Blue looking at it like, are you trying to set me up? Like, is it you? I think it's Blue is
She
seemed
could,
to be paranoid. She's a paranoid type of girl.
yeah, she could have thought of it like that.
She always thinks
That makes sense
somebody is
too.
after her. That's why she's always setting up plays and setting up stages, trying to make something look like it's not.
And when you live a lifestyle like that, you are always paranoid. You're always looking behind your back.
You're right about that.
Well, I don't have a lot to say, Missy, but I do love your show and
Thank you.
it's great content. And I try to watch you almost every night because I know you're gonna be on.
Uh huh.
And and I hope you don't get mad at me, but I do like because you covering this and everything. But I like when you messy about the celebrities.
Okay,
Cause
you want me to
like
get
one of the
back?
callers said,
You want me to get
yeah,
back
like
talking
one of the
about some of
call.
these celebrities?
Yeah, like one of the callers was trying to say, and you hung up on them, and I don't think they was trying to be a hater. Not a lot of people know about this. I know about it because you talk about it, and I'm a big fan of yours.
Thank
But a
you.
lot of people don't know about this.
Got it.
And don't get mad. Don't get mad at me. Don't hang up on people all the time. You know, you got to let people express themselves.
Is that what I do?
I mean, you kind of hung up on the guy when he was trying to. I guess he didn't come out right, or he didn't express himself well when he said that you've been doing the show for a while.
Oh, F him. I'll hang up on his ass again.
Oh,
Listen,
okay.
these are goddamn trolls that F with me. Okay, that gay boy, it's always, it's
Uh-huh.
a few gay boys. Honey, I don't know what it is. Okay?
Uh-huh.
They always coming over here trying to F with me.
Oh.
Okay?
Well, maybe that's their way of saying they like you.
They better go. They better go and hop on a stick and leave me alone, okay?
Uh-oh.
Okay?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
But let's
Oh.
not get distracted and let's keep it serious. But I thank you. But no, those are trolls.
Oh, those are trolls.
They are
Okay.
trolls.
Well, middle finger to the trolls then.
Yeah, I have a lot of trolls. They are male trolls. I never had really
Oh, okay.
female trolls, but I do have a lot of male trolls. All right.
And that's the thing. They shouldn't. All right. Go ahead. All right.
Thank you, baby.
It was nice talking to you.
Same here. Shout out to Sean Davy Way. He says Blue is mad. She only had Mahogany attention when she had money, but hung out with her enemies for free. Blue wanted Mahogany destroyed and out the group. All right. So that is Sean Davy Way take. Shout out to him. They like Gigi lots. What I don't understand, Isabel, with the troll. And I asked them, please, can y'all stop trolling? Calling from 470. You're live on the air. What are your thoughts?
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I've been sitting back listening to everybody's point of view and their take on this situation. And just to be completely honest, I just feel like Mahogany should have never even been hanging out with these group of individuals. I feel like Mahogany could have been warned several times, possibly by her mother or different people who just probably, could have just told her, I don't think you should hang out with those group of people, because I feel like when certain situations take place, things take place and people kind of already know what's going on. And I feel like Mahogany didn't even stand a chance against these people. Because from what I've been hearing, they were people who would argue with each other and then be right back cool with each other and then argue again and be right back cool. And I just feel like anybody that would go to the extent of, as far as trying to get you jumped, if that was the scenario, because I heard that scenario as well, I don't even think I would be putting myself in that type of situation for something like that to happen, because just like I said, I feel like she was warned several times. I feel like her mom could have possibly given her a warning, because her mother seemed like she was a very dedicated, devoted mother to her. She didn't seem like the type of mom that just would just let her child just do whatever they want to do. I just feel like Mahogany was around a bunch of people that just did not care for her in no type of way, and they wanted to just hurry up and get her out of the mix, because whatever they had going on, Mahogany didn't have to need nothing to do with it. They wanted to just get her out of the mix, and if they had to throw her underneath the bus, that's what they decided to do. And I feel like that right there is just wrong, and I feel like people should take heed to her situation, so that way, people don't be in that type of situation, hanging out with people, who just don't like you or care for you, rather.
That is true. I think we need to talk about that. What's your name, caller?
My name is Juju.
Juju. Can you turn that
Yes,
TV
ma'am.
down or turn it off?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, we got the TV off. So let's talk about it, Juju.
Yes, ma'am.
Woo. About, oh my God, the devil don't want me to bring it out. Ooh, he coming from my throat. About
Mhm.
individuals. I agree. She should never been hanging around with individuals like this.
Mm-mm. Not at all. And I feel like, you know, a lot of people, you can't tell them anything, especially when it comes down to God or anything. I feel like a lot of people hang out with people just because they want to fit in or just because they want to seem cool or whatever the circumstances is. And at the end of the day, your life, you only get one life to live. When this life is over, you don't get it again. So you got to really be precautious about what you choose to indulge in, the people that you choose to hang out with, because all of that stuff is important. And I feel like that's why I keep saying, like, I feel like she was warned several times because these people have been knowing each other. They didn't just meet each other and, oh, we got an issue with so-and-so, so now it's a problem. No, these people have been had a problem. And instead of, her taking heed to past situations where they got into it and got back cool, it's like she didn't do that. It's like she just, I don't know, kept hanging out with people. Maybe she didn't have nobody else to hang out with. I don't know, but I just feel like had she would have been more trying to, I don't know, distance herself, because I'm hearing she was trying to get her life together and this, that, and the other. Well, if a person trying to get their life together, they're not going to hang out with people who look like that on their mug shots. I'm just saying, if I'm trying to get my life together, I'm not going to go hang out with people that look that way at all or that conduct themselves in that type of demeanor, period. So if you're trying to get your life together, you have to evaluate the people that are in your circle, because you can't go nowhere with people that are at the bottom of the totem pole and you think you're going to go higher. It's not going to work like that. You're going to have people jealous of you. You're going to have people that are going to try to keep you down at your lowest point because that's where they're used to seeing you. Maybe, she had the light on her, because I seen somebody wrote that in the comments. She probably was the light of the whole entire group. But if you have one person that sits back and just hates and they're just a hater, they're going to do stuff like that. And I feel like she never stood a chance because nobody out of that group was somebody who was really her friend. None
Yeah.
of those people were her friends
Uh
at
huh.
all.
And I know a lot of people say I think her mom was cared for her and looked out for her, but I think Mahogany, she is a product of the streets, and you can have
Mm-hmm.
parents out
No,
here that care
rest in
about their
peace, baby.
kids. You have parents out here
Mm-hmm.
that care about their kids. They work hard to provide for their kids,
Mm-hmm.
but they doing all that
Absolutely.
working, but they're not raising their kids. The streets is raising their kids. And I think
Absolutely.
Mahogany is the product of it. So it's not like her
There you go.
mom don't care about her, but I think the
Hmm.
streets had more influence on Mahogany than her mother did.
Yes, ma'am.
Because her values and the way she walk life does not reflect her mom's, but it reflects the streets. And she's been
Mm-hmm.
living this lifestyle for years, not just recent, but years. She was introduced
Mm-hmm.
to blue at the age of 17. So
Mm.
that is very telling. She had a child at the age of 16, 17. That is very telling on her ideal and her values, how she valued herself. I saw some lives and how she talked. Every time she got on live, she would stick out her tongue and she would grab on herself, and that was her worth. She felt that her looks and her sexual, I guess, lustful ways, that that's her value. And that all you saw. And I saw one video, she says, if you get in my face and you like say some stuff and you make me look stupid. She says, I can't communicate well, so I'm just going to fight you, because I don't like you making me look stupid. So that is the product of the streets, okay? So
Absolutely.
after even me saying that, she's still, that night, she's a victim. In this situation, she is still a victim.
Oh, no,
However,
she's yes,
yeah,
ma'am. She's definitely.
I had to say that because some of y'all will get it confused. Some of y'all will get it
Yeah, no, 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 no.
confused. Okay?
She's
And I want to
definitely
make it clear. She is still a victim.
yes, ma'am.
Even though the
Yes, ma'am.
lifestyle she lived and what she was, it was not right.
Yes,
That night, she was a
yes.
victim. Let's make that clear.
Mhm.
But go ahead.
Mhm. No, I totally agree with you. She definitely was a victim that night. So I don't even want to say anything that I'm saying to make it seem like, oh, well, because she a product of the streets, that's what happens. No, no, no. Because at the end of the day, she's still human, she's still a woman, and she still lost her life. So that's what
Yeah.
matters.
And
It's
both
just
parts
that
need to be discussed. Both parts need
both
to
parts
be
need to be
discussed.
discussed.
But I just don't want people
Absolutely.
to get them confused because some of you guys like to confuse stuff. So I just wanted
Yeah,
to
well,
clear that
I
out the
hope
way.
they don't. I hope they don't because, yeah, no. When you're talking about a situation like this, it's really important that you talk about both sides. That's what's important
Absolutely.
because, you don't want to just talk about one side because then it's like you're telling a one-sided story. But just like I said, I don't even want to make it seem like because of what she did in the streets, that's the reason why she's no longer here. No. The reason why she is no longer with us is because, just like I said in the beginning, if you surround yourself with a bunch of people that you know are not your friend and they are your enemy, you cannot trust those people. I would not have cared if they would have invited me to a pajama party and told me that Michael Jackson and Barack Obama was going to be standing outside in the front of it. I'm not going to show up to it because I know for a fact, me and you,
And
we done
because
had
you
bad dealings.
value yourself. You have value in
Thank you.
yourself. You love yourself. And
There
it
you go.
shows, girl. It shows.
There
That's
you go.
why you're not going to
I'm
go
not going
there.
to go.
You're not going to go around people
Absolutely.
that don't like you. You're not desperate for validation because you know why?
There you
You
go.
validate yourself with self-love. You
Mm-hmm.
pour into yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But with individuals like this, they look for social media likes. They look for
Yep.
their peers
They
to
look for power.
validate their worth.
Yep. And that's the worst thing that you can ever do is look for that because, to be honest with you, that's where a lot of people are falling short because everybody doing everything for likes. See, that young man that was recording the whole entire incident, I believe if I'm not mistaken, his name is Jeremiah McDowell. That young man that was recording that whole entire incident, he didn't care about being live. The only thing he cared about is how many viewers he can get to come watch it. That's all he cared about. How many likes he's going to get on the video, how many people are going to come look at it, and how many people are going to talk about it. Is this story going to go viral? And it did. But it's just the fact that people are taking social media and they take it and they run with it and they think like, oh, if I record this, I'm so famous and I'm going to do this. Yeah, you're going to be famous, but you're also going to be in jail for the rest of your life. Not if they, don't try to get the death penalty because they can extradite, send them somewhere else, give them the death penalty if that's what their sentence is. And if that's what they want to do, they can do that, which I hope, that something happens to the point where, either they're no longer living or if they got to sit in for the rest of their life, because they deserve something. I don't even feel like the death penalty is what they should get because that's like the easy way out. They sat there and tortured this woman. They kidnapped her, took her away from people, moved her from place to place. Them people didn't care about being seen by nobody. That's the reason why I said all of those people was on demon time. And when a person was on demon time, you can't talk to their spirit. You can't let them know nothing because the devil is controlled. The devil has them. And if you're a person that knows anything about God, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. If somebody's on demon time, you just got to let them be on the time that they're on. Because anything that you're trying to sow into their heart for them to listen, they're not listening to. And I just feel like had Mahogany would have took those warning signs, because before every storm, there's a warning. That's why when people be like, oh, it looks like it's about to rain, you get the updates on your phone that telling you that it's about to rain. Before every storm, there is a warning. Mahogany was warned several times not to hang out with those individuals. And I really believe that it was either her mother, people that was in her family that really cared about her for real, that told her, hey, you don't need to hang out with them. But you got some people who just still feel like I got to do anything to be accepted, and then they go back and hang out with people that are like
Well,
that.
I think when you're talking about that, my take on it is, if I'm Mahogany, I got away with it so many times and ain't shit happened. I
Hmm.
got jumped so many
Yeah,
times and ain't shit happened. I'm
yeah, but
good. I've
eventually
been
it might
around
not
here.
be there.
Taja done jumped me before. I know these people. They know me. I'm beloved.
Mm-hmm.
They care about me. I mean, it is what it
Mm-hmm.
is. I got people too. So what? I want to live my life and I want to go out and hell, this might be my last time I'm going to hang out with
That
them.
I,
I want to get
but
I'm
I'm.
having I want to get drunk and I want to spend time with the gang shit. I need to influence them to be on my side. So hell yeah, everybody
Yeah.
there, you think I'm going to miss that? I'm going. Shit.
Yep.
And I already
You,
feel
but
like it's
see,
some tension. I already feel like something going on, and I don't want to not
going on.
go. And if I don't go to the party, then people gonna have me mourn her out. So I want to attend the party because I want to influence and I want to be closer to them because I need to know what the hell is gonna go. Am I gonna get? Come on now. If I'm more out on the outs, most likely they gonna know some shit is up with me. They gonna know I don't F with
Mm-hmm.
them like that if I don't attend the parties. They're gonna be like, well, why
Mm-hmm.
Mahogany ain't attend the party? Yeah, she fake, she something like that. So maybe she felt like she had to go and she had to do around here in order before she make a certain move. But it seemed like they had a move that was faster than her damn
Already,
move. And they end up setting
it
her
was.
ass up.
Mm-hmm. All of that was premeditated. All of those people knew what was going to happen. That didn't just. It didn't just happen where she just pull up and then boom, this is what they're doing. No, that was talked about. People discussed it, and each and every person knew about what was going to happen. Because just like I said, if a person knows that these people, had past issues with them, eventually you're gonna have another problem. And some, you do, and you're right, you do got some people that are out here that will try to play with the fire, but eventually you're gonna get burned by that fire. So I don't think you would want to keep playing with it. I think I would back away from the fire and just say leave it alone. But you do have some people that still feel like they got to prove something to somebody. And that's what I see is going on with a lot of younger people too. They feel like they got to prove things to people. You don't got to prove nothing to nobody because at the end of the day, not like that. But when you die, you're gonna die by yourself. So all of this proof that you've been doing, it really doesn't matter. You can put your life in jeopardy because you're trying to prove something to somebody. And clearly that's kind of like what she did. It's like she played with her life, chilling and hanging with these people. Because this isn't, like I said, they didn't just meet each other. These people been knowing each other. So whatever arguments and conflict issues that they had, they've been going through those problems. They've been having arguments. They've been
Yeah,
fighting each other. They've
she
been
didn't
jumping
know
each
it
other.
was coming. She didn't see it.
She
She
just
she
didn't know
didn't
it was
know it.
coming. Just
You
didn't
know,
know
it's
when.
like this. It's like this. You have a girl that's in a relationship with an abusive husband, and he always go
Mm-hmm.
upside her head. But this
Yep.
night he went upside her head and she didn't get back up. She didn't see it coming. She just thought it was gonna be another blow and that was it. Okay? But Alabama says this. Alabama in the comments want us to know that Teja lied. Alabama says the reason why the boys were so heavily involved is because those was Teja's baby daddy's friends, and allegedly, Teja told
Mahogany.
them that Mahogany had something to do with the death, and allegedly, they, Teja told them that Mahogany had the gun or the pow pow, and then she revealed that it
Mm.
was her. Okay, that is what Alabama is doing. Alabama do not want us to look at blue so hard, and Alabama want us to turn the tables on Teja.
Well, even if we turn the tables on Teja and don't look at Blue, everybody's still guilty. Nobody gets out of nothing. It doesn't matter what took place. It don't matter if she took a gun from so and so down the street and brought it back for her cousin. Them don't none of that matter. At the end of the day, she lost her life and she's no longer here. And from what I've been hearing, everybody's saying that it was over $1,000 and something dollars that her mother sent her on a Cash App. If they killed her over $1,000 and it was that many people that did it, they didn't really get nothing out of it at all. There was like 100 and something dollars a piece.
No,
If
no,
that's
I
what it
don't understand how people can run with that ideology, especially when you hear and Ariana says that you are setting to take somebody out of here. Do you
was
understand
setting
how
somebody
serious that is when you say you're going to take somebody out of here? You
Got that
cannot
body.
tell that
Yep.
to just anybody. I know several people in my family. If you tell them, oh, yeah, such and such is going to take you out of here, honey, they ain't going to be alive tomorrow. I promise you, and they ain't going to be alive tomorrow. They don't play about that shit right there. When you talking about you gonna take somebody out of here, or when that rumor spread, that you don't play with that.
I heard that. I heard that as well, and I said even when I heard that, I said okay, well then if she was dumb enough to go back around some people and she know that she was dibbling and dabbing like that and she was going behind people back and trying to do stuff like that, then she kind of was just a crash dummy. She kind of just crashed out. If you ask me at this point, because if you know you doing stuff like that and you basically pillow talking and going back telling this group of people X, Y, and Z, but then you going over here chilling with this group of people doing this, you're already playing both sides. And when you do that, you kind of X yourself out because people are going to eventually put the puzzle together like you're not standing on nothing. You're going behind this person.
But she thought she was smarter than that. She thought she can be more calculated. She wanted to use this time to show how big and tough and smart she was, but she trusted the wrong person, which was Blue. Because Blue was the one that effed up her plan when Blue had Ariana on a three-way and had Mahogany confessing everything.
She had already put her life in jeopardy when she did that.
That's the thing that's what got Teja. Yep. All right, bitch, you trying to take me out? I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna say you did this. I'm gonna invite you to the party. Had everybody there.
Yep.
Everybody already talked about it. Yeah, she threatened to take me out. She trying to take my life. So let's give her the smoke that she been wanting.
Yep, that's exactly what that was. That's exactly what that was. That's the
they
reason
already got it confirmed by Ariana. They already got it confirmed by Blue. And they looking like, well, shit, why would Blue lie about that shit? Blue and her was just spending Valentine's Day. Me and Blue, we don't fuck with each other like that. But Blue told me about that because we used to be best friends. And Blue, she may dislike me, but she don't want my ass gone. Because if Blue wanted me dead, she would have been got me gone. But I'm still here. So for the simple fact, Blue told me that you, Mahogany, try to get my ass out of here. Oh, hell yeah. It's time. It's Reynolds for you.
Yeah, that's what I said. It just sounds like, just like I said, Mahogany never stood a chance against these group of individuals. Whatever they had in mind for them to do, they were going to do. And it's very unfortunate because not only were all of them like young, they're fairly young, but all of them are black. Like, in us black people, we have to stick together. Like, we have to come to a point where we just stand up and just stick together. We can't always go to fight and argue with each other. It's the same thing like when a female walking in the store and you see another female, don't always just look at her with a mean mug. If you like her hair or like something that she got on, give her a compliment.
Now, how can you say that? How can you say that? How could you say that? Every time I turn on my iPhone to go on social media, I'm always seeing black women fighting black women. I'm always seeing
Mhm.
black women argue, disrespect, expose other black women.
Mhm.
And now you expect,
Mhm.
after me seeing all this every single day, 24/7 for entertainment, you
I
expect me to
mean,
look
yes,
at these black
that
women
that
as, oh,
that
they
just
my
that
friends. Oh, they
No,
nice.
I don't.
Hell no. I'm gonna be
No,
looking at them. This
I
is
don't
another
expect it
such and
for
such.
a person to
This
play
another
nice.
this another Sukiana. I'll be looking at hoes and be
Yeah.
like, I bet she be ass like a Sukiana. And I bet you people do that
Mhm.
to everybody. It's just a
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure people do. I was just saying all of that to say, maybe, people should try to give more, uplifting statements and try to, I don't know, just try not to
that
be so
sounds
ugly
nice.
towards each other.
That sounds nice,
You
but
know, and it does sound
I think
nice
it's a
because I know a lot of people
challenge.
probably not gonna do it. And it is a challenge because everyone's trying to keep up with social media. Everyone has to keep up with what they sing, and that's the problem. Because if you're keeping up with something that you're seeing, that means you're not even really being you. You're trying to keep up with what you're seeing, which means you're not even being real to yourself. You so caught up in your phone is operating you, and you shouldn't have your phone operating you. You should be in control of yourself, and that's what a lot of people fall victim into the phone. Like
No,
I be on my phone, but
we gotta be
I
caught
don't
up
let.
in.
I mean,
I'm gonna be caught up in my phone because that's how I'm gonna find out about this. That's how we
oh
find
no,
out that these
of course,
type
when it
people
when it
is.
comes to stuff like this,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you have to be when it's stuff like this. You have to be caught up in your phone.
Mm, mm, mm,
I'm
mm.
not. I did just want to come on here and at least say that because like I said I have been listening and I just wanted
I
to say
I gotta know who the next
the little
Diddy
bit.
is. If it wasn't for my phone, I wouldn't know Diddy was doing all this shit. Nah, I'm looking at
I'm trying to
people
see.
and be like, that's another Diddy. That's another Diddy. Oh my God, I sure do. Shit.
Yeah, and Diddy should be
I be
himself.
seeing all this shit on TV. I'm like, I bet she gonna be another such and such. Let me stay my ass away from her. Please don't talk to me on this elevator, okay? No.
Ooh, not
Ah,
please don't talk to the elevator. But no,
uh-uh.
I mean, there's now trust me and believe me. If you come around the ones where you could just be like, then yeah, of course, don't try to, But if it's a different type of situation, at least try to be encouraging. You have to at least try. If don't nobody try, you don't know
I
where
think
to
it's
go. You
best
just gotta at least
to
try.
mind your business. It's just like
Or
on the
that's
news.
just
If you
mind your business.
see a lot of black men always shooting and killing and robbing with them hoods on, listen, when they come around, I'm gonna know what time it is. I seen y'all on the news, nigga. I'm not about to take no chances. Now y'all can if you want to, okay? And then you just say you've been warned. Then you just say the same thing about her, about Mahogany. She been warned she should not have been around them
Mhm.
people. Well, I take that same heed when I'm watching these news and I'm watching shit on social media. It is a
Mhm.
very window to let you know the times that we live in and how these people are operating.
So I don't know if you see in your comments, but somebody 205 Southwest wrote that Tay got Mahogany killed for her taxes, and it says $1,000 on God.
Well, that's their belief. That's what they trying to push. I don't believe that agenda. That's an agenda they trying to push.
I don't believe it was over the taxes. I just believe the taxes was just like the icing on the cake for her. Oh, she got some money. Oh yeah, this bitch is dead. Period. That's just that. And that's just that. I don't. This story is a little bit more deeper than some taxes. This has a lot to do with whatever past history that
If
these
you wanted
individuals have. And
money, she
maybe
would
they
have
just
been
got
better off
tired of it.
alive pimping her out than
Been
getting
dead.
money.
There
Or
it is.
rob a
There it
bank.
is.
Do something. If you rob the bank, you know how many people, black people, stunt? These are stunt queens, okay? And they get money, they get these credit cards, child, and they don't even face no jail time. So I don't believe that
Okay.
because these criminals, y'all can ride in big Benz and y'all don't face no jail time. Y'all don't give a damn.
At
Y'all
all.
y'all be doing all this credit card fraud. I see you. fancy apartments,
Yep.
Benz, Mercedes, child, buying all these Gucci shit, Balenciaga sneakers, and y'all don't do no jail
Mhm.
time. Y'all living that
Nope.
life. So I don't believe that.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
I just feel like it that was the icing on the cake for her. Period. When they seen, oh, she got money, okay, we're gonna take her money. And then I also heard that somebody said that one of the guys had done some time or guess or something like that, and I guess he was the person who went through the phone and seen that she texted her mom and told her mom that she was in danger, and that he decided to be like, oh nope, I'm not going back to jail, and decided to put the play in to kill her. I heard that also. And I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but if that's what it was, then hey, that's what it was. But either way it goes, she still is no longer with us. Like, she's still not here. So it really, at this point, it doesn't matter what the circumstances of how, who, what, when, where, and why. It just matters that these people decided to carry on with her the way that they did. And I really feel like, I really do wish that, I mean, I hope that eventually that somebody will be able to have some form of justice, because even like one of your callers said, even if they, get a long time, that's still not justice, because she's no longer here. And I absolutely agree with that. Because what they did to her, that right there just was, there could just be no way. And like I said, these people didn't care about getting caught, because they took her from place to place. They didn't just arrange this kidnapping at one particular spot. No, they moved her from spot to spot, drug her outside, and did whatever else to her. I heard that she was in the back of a trunk of a car. Don't know if that's, but these people didn't care how they were going to do it. They did what they did to her, and they were wrong for that. And for that, like I said, I decided to call in because this story has been bothering me since I heard about it. And it was just, when I first heard about it, I just said, well, that's a clear indication. That should show everybody not to hang out with people who aren't your friends, period. I think that her death should be an eye-opener to everybody in the world, not to hang out with people or associate yourself with people who have shown you their true colors. Because when somebody show you their true colors that first time, don't think when they show you again it's going to be different. Who they are the first time is who they are. You can't try to put nothing on top of it, put the ice cream with the cherry on top. No, who they are is who they are. So it's best for you to take heed to who they are and just take notes and be like, okay, boom, I can't hang out with this person because whoop-de-whoop going to happen, and I can't even get caught up in that. That's what I feel like this is about. I feel like people should just take heed to her situation, let it be an eye-opener. People should show her situation to their children that are growing up, that are, preteens, teenagers, because those are the ones who really be out here losing their mind, acting like they know everything. It's these teenagers growing up into these adults. You have to try to show them everything, because the stuff that's on these phones that they're looking at, they don't really have no real role models at all, because every rapper that's a female rapper, she's not rapping about nothing. She's not rapping about no goals at all. So if you got a bunch of people listening to that constantly, they are products of what they're listening to. So it's just important that people try to spread this situation so that way other people could take heed to the situation, so that way possibly, it doesn't happen. Or if something like this does happen, somebody think about it and be like, oh, nope, I can't put myself in that situation because X, Y, and Z happened to this girl, and I don't want that to happen to me. I feel like it's just an eye-opener for people, honestly.
All right. Well, I thank you so much for calling in, babe. Call me back more and let you go. The phone line's open. If y'all want to call in, call in. You know what's going in my mind? This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Mahogany was just finessing this person and that person, and she was likable. But once she got caught up with that Blue, and once Blue exposed her for betraying Teja in the group, I think they just piled it up. Blue piled it up and exposed her. Teja then piled it up and then told the homies that she done set the baby daddy up and got the baby daddy homies upset about the shit. They done said some other lies about her and just piling it up. Got all different people. Yeah, she said this about you. She did this about you. And have all these people just amped up and ready to take her ass out of here. It was a witch hunt. Wasn't it a witch hunt? Wasn't this a witch hunt? You know how we hear about those trials back in the day, how they do the witches. You know, they'll surround the witch house or, burn on a cross. Honey, uh-uh. This is some crazy stuff. Now, y'all want to say that they was not going to kill her. The only reason why they decided to go ahead and finish the job because the text message of her going to the cops, because these gangsters, they have a policy of anti-snitching. It's like a sin. It's an abomination to these criminals. Is the cops. When you report to the cops, they see it as an abomination. So that's why a lot of people say that was the reason for them to, popping her in the back of her head because she referred to the police. But then you hear she didn't even text it. So you see how they lie? Y'all just said it wasn't her that texted, it was the 18-year-old. So therefore, ain't no abomination happened because she didn't text it. You just took her ass out of here because you took her ass out of here. You took her out of here. And now you're trying to find every excuse in the book to justify your bullshit. Because we already know she didn't even text the police. She didn't text her mama. The boy texted her mama. You see how they lie? You see how they twist shit? You see? Boy, I tell you, we got 15 more minutes. If you guys want to hurry up and call in, please weigh in and call in before this 15 minutes end. So, I'm looking, I agree, it was a witch hunt and then some. Yes, it was. It was definitely a witch hunt. The police said Mahogany was a target. Yes, she was, Tammy. She was, and Blueface put that big old target on her back. And my question still, Blue, why did you do it? Why did you put the target on Mahogany back when she just tried to save your life? Were you mad at her for hanging out with Teja after she told you that information? Did you not believe her? Did you feel like she was just trying to keep a wedge between you and Teja? Did you really want to be close back friends with Teja? Because Blue says that her and Teja was best friends. Do you miss Teja, Blue? Did you feel like Mahogany was in the way of you being best friends with Teja and you did not want that to happen? So you wanted to get Mahogany out the way? I don't know. Now you got her out the way and y'all still ain't going to be cool. Or did you just want to get them all out the way? Blue, why did you come back? You've been gone for years. Why did you recently come back within the past couple of months? Do you guys know why did she come back? Why couldn't you just kept your ass gone where everything was great? But Blue came back and all hell done broke loose. Blue was better off not being around like she was. They were fine. Yeah, they fought and everything, but they ain't happen like this. But soon as Blue came back into the picture, all hell broke loose. And Blue, she don't get no time. And hell, something up. Something is not right when it comes to this. Tay lied to Blue. I see, Alabama, I see you got an agenda. Tay just sounds like an evil person. So call in right now. I need y'all to call in. Let us know what you guys feel about this, please. Y'all know people are asking what's wrong with my mouth. I got dentist work, y'all. So my mouth is going to be like this for maybe a week or two. I just pray that I heal and I won't have to continue to talk like this. Because it's pressure. This mouth is pressure. This mouth is pressure. And I would just say, we were talking earlier about Mahogany. And the lady said, Mahogany had no business hanging around this type of individual, no way. And I agreed with her, but not to hang around this type of people. You have to love yourself. You have to value yourself. You have to pour into yourself. And I don't think Mahogany did that. She got validation from this group. And that's what gang bangers do. That's what gang members are for. You don't set your own principles and your own values when it comes to gang banging. You do what they tell you to do. They value you. They would say, okay, you're valuable in this way. You're going based on their ways and their structure because you want to be a part of them. You want to be accepted. You want to be cared for and loved for within that group. So she wasn't doing that for herself. She had that mindset of that group. We got a caller. Let's call. Calling from 929. You're live on the air.
Hi, this is Nicole again. Uh,
Yes.
um, yeah, I just wanted to tell you that I love you. I love your channel. I love everything that you're doing. You accidentally hung up on
Oh,
me earlier,
I'm
but
sorry. I didn't mean to. Go ahead. Finish what
no,
you
I
were
know
saying.
you didn't.
Hmm.
No, no, no. I shared what I needed to share, and thank you for everything that you're doing, and keep up the great work.
Well, you can stay talking to me because I don't got nobody to talk to right now. If you don't mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like the fact that Blue is going on, I don't know what it was, social media, or whatever it was she was going on live, and she's telling the story and then changing it because that's gonna get her caught out there. That she's gonna set her own self up, her own failure out. So they need to take her out along with the rest of them. Just because they didn't participate in the gruesome activities that they did to this poor young lady, that doesn't mean that they don't deserve what's coming to them. They. And she also kept saying, I told her not to go with us. So that just says right there that she knew what was going to happen to her if she went over
Right.
there. You know, this
But
blue girl,
I don't like it.
yeah.
I don't like it. What's your name? What can I call you?
Oh, my name is Nicole. I'm from Brooklyn, New
Nicole.
York.
Nicole from New York. I don't like it because she painted the picture like I was trying to have her back, but you the one that put this action in motion. You put a target on her back and then you say don't go over there, knowing damn well she's gonna go over there. You did this,
Yeah.
Blue. Why did you have Ariana on the phone call while Mahogany was telling the business? Why did you why did you do it? Why did you have to have Ariana involved with Mahogany told you? And she said because at the time, Ariana, she was on a house with Teja. She wasn't even talking with Teja. Bullshit. They were
Mhm.
lovers. And that's why her story keeps changing because Blue, she's only thinking in her own perspective. She have a small mind. She can't think for other people. So when other people get on to her bull crap, then she change it again. Then she changed it again because she does not want to take accountability. She does not take accountability that she put a target on Mahogany back. She don't want to take no accountability that she had parts in this.
Exactly. But little does she know that she's blowing herself up. She's blowing herself up every time she speaks out and talks out on the whole situation, everything that happened, and the story changing. She's blowing herself up.
Yeah, because she
NYPD is tracing
guilty.
all this. And she's also trying to play like the innocent one, like the caring one. Oh, I'm the
Right.
friend who was trying to look out, but she ain't nothing. She ain't shit.
Right. That's what she's trying to paint. But even then, I don't see the remorse. If that was my friend, I would say, God, Lord, I wish I didn't have Ariana on that phone. Ariana, I did not know you was gonna do that shit like that. I shouldn't have did. I'll be reflecting. What did I do to cause this? What could I have done differently that would have created this chain of events, this domino effect?
Yes,
Should
yes.
I be
And
blaming
she
myself?
she's
I
not.
definitely put myself
Yeah,
accountable.
yeah. And then she kept saying, "Oh, she's not innocent. She's not innocent. The girl is gone.
Right, dead.
What do you get out of that?" And then and she's saying like she deserved everything she got.
Yeah. She said it like she hated the fact that people was painting Mahogany as a good girl. She hated that. That tore inside of her. And that really shows you how she really feel about Mahogany.
The hate in this world, hate, jealousy, the rage that people have in them is really, really scary, you know? And most of the time people act out on that. They were jealous of her. I'm pretty sure she gangbanged, she did her sins, as everyone else in this world did. But she was able to see the light and she was on her way out, and they stopped her from doing that. The hate was real. Everybody wanted a piece of this girl, and this is how they chose to do it.
Yeah. They wanted a piece of her. Ooh, I tell
She's
you,
a beautiful young girl.
when I think about having a group of friends, I decide not to when I hear stories like this. But no, because my group of friends not going to be nothing like this. Because just looking at them, I'm sorry, but I do judge. I would never, I could, They can't even invite me to use a
Yeah.
bathroom. I'm not using a goddamn bathroom. Uh-uh.
Listen, the people say, "Oh, it's not good to judge." You know what? Sometimes judging will save your life. You gotta judge people. You gotta look at people. You gotta understand your surroundings. You gotta keep your ears open. That will save your life. Oh no,
Hmm.
this person is a little nuts.
Well,
I'm
I
not
get
going to the club with
judged.
him.
I get judged all the time. I get judged
Yes,
every
ma'am.
single day.
Me
I get
too.
judged. So hell, it
Yeah,
is what it
we
is.
all do. We all get judged. But sometimes judging people will save your life. Save a lot of people's lives.
Of course.
I got 5 little sisters. I have a son. I have a niece. I have 2 nephews. I'm the big sister, and yeah, I've been through stuff too myself. I'm a victim myself, and luckily, thanks the Lord Jesus, I was able to survive, keep my sanity, keep my head straight, and keep pushing in life. And unfortunately, not everybody has that opportunity.
Hmm. Well, I've
People
never
gotta look
been
at this as a lesson.
in a situation like this. The closest situation I've been in this situation, when I was young,
Mhm.
I was a part of a group. The reason why I got into this group is because I'm not a fighter and I needed protection. So I got in
Mhm.
this group, but they was kind of hood. Um, and people were telling me, why am I hanging out with that group? Like you so much better. So I wanted to leave that group to
Yep.
get with a better a group of individuals that can inspire me to be better. Okay, I reflected on myself and I didn't like it. So I didn't know how to do it, but they just said you're gonna have to announce that you leaving the group. So I did in front of everybody. It was totally silence, but they said I did it the right way because I just didn't leave. However, people were not happy, and I did get calls saying they were gonna jump me and they was gonna do this and that. And it's horrible because people do feel entitled. They feel like they made you, and they feel like it's a total
90
disrespect
seconds.
when you want to grow off, or move on, or just disassociate with yourself. Thankfully, I did not get jumped at a party, and it could have happened to me. Hell, they could have invited me somewhere, and then all turned on me. It could have happened. It
Yep.
was supposed to happen.
Yep.
They had planned it to happen. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I took my threats and I told
60
some of my
seconds.
associates, and they made some phone calls to try to eliminate the situation. However, it was still some
Mhm.
hotheads in that group that wanted my ass regardless because they've been wanting to get at me, and it just felt like this was a perfect opportunity because I have left that group. So when I left outside the
Mhm.
club, one of them decided to do their thing, and I did my thing. But initially, they was hunting me down. They had planned to all jump on me because I left.
Mhm. You want to know the real reason why you survived that?
I'm listening.
God.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
God. Lord Jesus Christ was there for you. He saw the good in you, and he protected you, and that's why you survived what you survived.
Mhm. You're right. I always had a
You
praying
know.
parents. My parents stay praying for me.
You have wonderful parents. God bless them. God bless
Mhm.
you.
Yeah, but
And yeah,
this situation, it could happen to a lot of us. It could have happened to me. Now that I
yeah,
think about it, in my situation.
yeah. But the thing is, not everybody was able to get out of it alive, unfortunately.
Mhm.
So who else can you thank for that? Lord Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you're absolutely
Only
right.
person to thank for.
All right,
And
what's
your parents for
yeah?
praying.
Stay right there. We do got some other callers calling from 770. You're live on the air. What are your thoughts?
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm good.
Thanks for taking my call. I just wanted to make some quick points. You was talking about the music and how the music is really like making these young people think that pretty much that they're bigger than life with the gang songs and the lick songs and that type of thing. And I just wanted to say how many movies, how many documentaries that they need to show to say that gang life only leads to jail or to a grave. Why go to the negative all the time instead of going to the positive route? All this fast money, as far as with this gang stuff, it leads you nowhere.
Mhm.
There's no loyalty. There's no loyalty once the popo come after you because someone is going to take the plea deal and snitch. So I just don't understand it. And this is what this group was doing a gang life, doing all these licks, and just to come to find out that they had no loyalty to one another. Because from what you're saying, they were constantly fighting and beefing
You're right.
and going back gossiping about one another.
You're right.
I mean, make it make sense. And Mahogany's mother, I believe, was just really trying to steer her in a positive route by saying, don't hang around these people. Go, try to find you a job. But it's just so much a mom can do. She's already trying to raise her daughter that she's not raising because she was obviously running the streets. And so I just wanted to see what do you think about those things.
I agree with you. With the music, you say, why do you choose to follow this trend? I think they follow the trend because it looks cool. Everybody's talking about it. It's opposite of what their parent doing. When they look at their mama, they're not seeing somebody they're inspiring to be. They're looking like you struggling, like you ain't happy with your life. I don't want to be that. So they look otherwhere and they see people that look happy. They got money. They doing what they want to do. But they talking about, I'm a job. F a job. I'm a job.
Yep.
You know that Young Miami
Yep.
song about her.
Right.
Her
Everybody
getting
want to be a
niggas
business
is a
person.
job. You know, she don't do jobs. You know, F a 9 to 5. You making men and getting them to trick on you and be licks. That's a job, you know. So it looks fun because when you look at the music industry, they never tell you the dark side. They always tell you the good side. And I'm the baddest bitch, and
Yep.
I'm this and I'm that. It looks fun.
Yep.
So of course the curiosity.
So they don't realize they're not realizing entertainment versus reality because it is a difference.
Yeah, it is a difference, but once you start seeing people in your inner circle live out that entertainment life, it becomes reality to you. Once you see people in the hood rocking Balenciaga sneakers, driving them Benz, because everybody now in the hood, they're scamming. Scamming is at the all-time high. They in luxury apartments now. Everybody getting it. Criminals are at an all-time high. They can hit you and they're out tomorrow. They are getting out on bail. So at this time, it's like, okay, you do a couple days, that ain't shit. You're going to get right out. You know, we got money. We got things. They're getting money. These criminals are living a good life. I promise you they are.
Wow.
Yeah, but what cause? And then all these things these people do, some of them don't get caught. Some of them might not, face justice in the fullest extent. But, when we die, because, we're all human beings, we all live and die, our souls go somewhere. And I guarantee you, they're not going to escape what's coming to them. And where they're going is for eternity. It's for eternity. And people, everything starts at home. Everything starts at home with the parents. I'm sorry. Go ahead, honey.
So I understand that you're going to the church realm. You know, everybody are not believers, and I don't want to turn this channel into like a religious sector.
So
I don't want to go too far into that. But depending on your faith, so you have that aspect. But that is the reason why they may look to those hip hop, because the question was, why do they run to it? Okay, so that is why they run to it, is because of the look, and it don't look like they're struggling like their mama look like they struggling. A lot of these parents, they don't look happy. They look stressed out all the time. They can tell they're struggling, so these kids, they're not looking up to that. They don't want to be a part of that. They're looking elsewhere. And that's why somebody else, they just had a poll out here, and they say the most successful, I guess, kids were raised by happy mothers or happy parents or whatever. So, you as a parent being a happy individual, it plays a lot in your kids' upbringing.
Yeah.
So, But
I
Well,
sometimes I
from
don't
the
think
list of
that's
those mug
necessarily
shots,
true.
then none of those kids look happy. Or young, not say kids, young adults, because they're not kids. Young adults, none of them looked happy.
yeah,
I don't necessarily believe that things always start at home because there's a lot of like serial killers out there and stuff like that and pedos and stuff like that grew up in wonderful homes that had wonderful childhood upbringing and they just decided to wake up and chose to do what they did.
yeah. But I think the chance
Sometimes
is
it's
probably
a mental
rare.
thing.
I think it's better off to have a child raised in a good, stable, happy environment versus not. When you
Yes,
think of Jeffrey Dahmer, yeah, he was raised by his
yeah,
parents, but his parents were dysfunctional. If you saw the documentary or the movie or whatever, his parents were not great. They didn't even really watch him or raise him what they did, you know? So it's a lot that
yeah,
goes into parenting. You have to instill in a lot. And a lot of parents that I see, they don't instill in a lot. They just pretty much send them off to school and let society raise them. And as long as they got a roof over their head and around and they say they care, love them, that's it. It's a lot more you can
yeah,
do. It's a whole hell of a
And I
lot.
think it's shameful that the music has such a big influence on these young people to the fact that they're trying to live that what they're seeing, but really don't have it to live like that. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you got to go out of here to do licks and harm other people to get what you want.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Because
harm
that's what
yourself.
this group was basically doing.
Yeah, that's how they call it, the street code. That's what the streets own. And by their morals and values and belief, it's justified
Yeah,
because they are simps or the innocent individuals, they were not aware. So they blame the victim. They victim blame. That's what this group does. They victim blame. So I don't live in that belief. I'm not street mentality. So I'm always seeing the victim as the victim. But these individuals, the reason why they don't have any remorse for Mahogany is because they always victim blame. They figure it's your fault. You got caught up. You did what you did. You get what you get. That's their mentality. That's never going to be mine. So I'm
Wow,
never going to
that's
justify that
horrible.
with my
That's
thinking
horrible.
because that is not
yeah.
right.
Well, I
No,
think
it's
this is a
not. I
great
agree.
I think this is a great conversation, and I hope so much that Mahogany's mother gets the justice that she deserves for her daughter. And thank you for having me on your channel. Okay.
Thank you, and I appreciate you. And please call back. We need more callers. 929. I'm going to let you go at this time. I enjoyed you. Calling from 424. You're live on the air. Can you hear me?
Hello, hello, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
Oh, yes. Now, I just wanted to say, I've been following your show, and thank you for taking my call. I like the insight that you just said too, and I think people need to see that more. You talked about like a lot of people they're listening to this music, and I'm gonna be real. I feel like this music is really poisoning their mind.
All right.
And what happened to that girl? That was sickening. I'm a man. I've been following your show. I noticed I don't hear a lot of guys calling.
Well, I'm glad you
So,
called. We need more guys to call.
yeah,
That's not trolls.
yeah, like this is sickening. I have a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I have a mom, and I'm gonna be real. Like that is sickening. That is sickening. And for that girl to go out like that, it just shows you where we at in life. You know what I'm saying?
And where are we
Like
in
that
life?
is just,
Where do you think we are in life?
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest. I think with the technology and the Instagram, and you said something too, like they follow these celebrities, and a lot of these rappers and celebrities, man, they didn't even grow up in the hood.
Mm.
You know
Well,
what
the
I'm saying? And
rappers I'm referring to, just so we can clear, I'm talking about Sexy Red.
yes,
Sexy Red, do you know who she
yeah,
is? I'm talking about
yes,
Glow
yes,
Glorilla. Do you know who she is?
yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Those the type of girls,
yeah,
rappers I'm talking about.
yeah. Now they worse than the guys, to be honest, because it's just it's just sickening, and the influence that they have now is just it's scary. I heard somebody say on the show, I don't know if it was you or the other lady talking, they don't even want to live like their parents anymore.
No. Why would they but
They don't want to live like
why
their
would
parents.
they want to live like their parents when their parents is stressed out and struggling? Who wants to live that way?
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Their parents
You
are
are
not
absolutely
happy.
right.
They seeing their parents upset, mope, complaining, dealing with all these different baby daddies. Who wants
Yep,
they mama can't
yep,
tell them shit because they mama in a messed
yep.
up
Yo,
situation.
you speaking on it, and I'm sorry, I wish your channel was like on the national news, because
Me
the stuff you
too.
be talking about, man, this is stuff I be saying all the time. Like, and I'm glad that you're shedding light on it, because I feel like nobody's really shedding light on that situation that happened to that girl. And with those guys that was involved, you know, I heard you say yesterday that I guess they got jumped on in jail. And let me tell you something. I got family members who've been in prison. They got a lot more coming.
Good.
They have a lot more coming, because those type of charges, they got to put you in protective custody.
Well, I hope
They have
they don't deserve to be in protective custody. They wasn't protecting Mahogany.
That's true. That's true.
They
And
big and
like
they
I said,
bad, so let them be in
yeah,
public or whatever. They big, bad, and bold.
yeah. But let me tell you something. You know, I've been to jail myself, and let me tell you something. They got something coming for them.
Mm.
They got something coming. They already waiting. That's national news. They get that before they even get there. So, and them girls, that was just sickening. And this is why I feel like, you know, as African Americans too, and even as all people, we gotta stop this. This isn't normal. This isn't normal. I didn't see the video of what happened to that girl,
You don't
but I
want to
could
see
just
it.
imagine. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell
Yeah,
you,
I didn't.
but you don't want to see it.
It's just they make that normal, and then they put it on the internet. Like, what is wrong? I'm telling you, something is wrong. Something is in the air. Something is poisoning, because this is not
Well,
normal.
they put it on the internet, I feel, because they want to establish themselves that they the shit. They legit. They
Yeah,
want people to know my Lord is that group. You don't get into my Lord and think you're gonna run out of here. You're gonna have to really pay.
yeah,
You don't do this.
yeah,
So to me, it was
yes,
sending a signal to everybody. We some real hitters. We
yup,
real about our shit. We are notorious mother effers, and we don't play. We will do you dirty. Do you understand?
yeah,
And we'll put it on
yeah,
video. It was about bragging. It
yeah,
was about setting the stage and setting the tone for them as a group.
yeah. And I mean, and it's so sad. And then I also heard somebody say not too long ago in the kind of conversation with those young ladies, um, a lot of sometimes the upbringing, and you know what's sad to say, man, and this is just my opinion, it don't even matter the upbringing anymore, because I know people who came from good homes and they still chose a messed up route. And it goes back to what I'm saying, to the music, to the Instagram. Everybody want to stand on business and want to prove that they like that. And it's like, you trying to go to jail for the rest of your life? And
Now,
they look
when
at
you
that, they look at
say,
jail like
can we
college
talk a
now.
little bit about good good homes? Cause just because you come from a
Yeah,
good home does not mean that you have a good relationship with your parents, where
you're right.
it's really
You're absolutely
teaching.
right.
Cause I come from a good home. I come from a Christian home, but I did a lot of rebellious things because I could not relate to my parents. I cannot sit down and talk to my parents about shit I was going through. It was totally unrelatable. So therefore, I had to go into the streets to learn certain things that I should have learned
Yeah.
with parents. Why not?
You know what? I ain't even look at it like that. You absolutely. I ain't even look at it like that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even look at it like that. You just showed me something. And you know
Mm-hmm.
what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
It's
And you know,
not.
every
I don't know how would you label that though, because from the outside looking in, you'll see, oh my God, you got good Christian parents. They send you to a Christian private school. You ain't homeless. You living a good life. It's great. But if you cannot relate to your parents and you can't have conversations about life and they cannot prepare you for life, they only can compare you they only can prepare you for a Christian lifestyle, okay? That's not
yeah.
reality to a lot of people. It does nothing. It does nothing to
Yeah.
prepare me for heartbreak, to prepare me for fights and stuff that I'm going to really have to face on my own. And I can't depend
You
on
know
mom
what?
and
You're
dad because
absolutely
they
right.
don't know nothing but the Bible. That's all they know. All they know is scripture. And that ain't going to help me. Okay?
Yeah.
So I don't know what
Nah,
do you
you're
call
absolutely right.
that? It because from the outside, oh, it's good upbringing, but in
Is
reality,
it
it
influence? Is
is
it
it's
influence? Would you
it's
call it influence?
it's kind of it's failure to prepare your child for the real world. It's a failure to prepare your child for the world.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
And I think when it
And
comes to preparing
so
your child for the world, it has so many degrees to financial responsibility, to determination, to self value, to self love, know who you are. I only know who I was through the Bible, but I didn't know who I was. So
oh, okay.
it,
Okay.
it,
I
it,
get
it, it, it's a lot of random things. A lot of things that we call good, bad, whatever. It just varies. So,
you. Yeah.
but yeah,
And I just want to say something too. I wanted to touch on this too. I've heard you guys say that all of those, it's like all of them got kids.
yeah. The mothers, the
They all
women,
have children.
except for Blue. I
Well, the
don't think
women.
she have kids, but I think all of them.
Yeah.
Ariana has a child. Teja got a child.
Yeah.
Mahogany got a child. So that's the main three.
And it it's just like you just threw your life away over nothing. And for them to, I heard somebody say something. They got to look at the mother. That was disrespectful.
Hmm.
That was very disrespectful. But I listened to your show. I listened to your little
I
podcast. And I
appreciate
like it.
you.
I ain't gonna lie.
I
I
appreciate
like
you.
it. I really
Thank
do.
you.
Because, and I really do feel like we have to stop this stuff with each other, even across the world. But I don't like when I live in the Bronx. I live in bad neighborhoods, and it's like nobody's protesting for this gang activity.
Mm.
This gang activity, they looking at it like religion, like how you follow Christianity and follow
Yeah,
they follow
that's
it
how they
like
do.
religion.
That's
And it's
how they
scary.
do.
I mean, it's scary.
You know what?
Like,
I would say one thing about the gang, and I know they always tell you, gangs in the beginning, it was good. However, the gangs ain't like they were in the beginning. It is horrible from
no,
what we hear.
they they fighting. I mean, just for them to record that video, it literally scared. That was one of the I'm 31. I'm born in '92, so it literally scared me to where I understand what a lot of the older elders were talking about
Mm.
when it came to just this this is our future right here. This is our future,
Yeah, that's true.
and these kids, you don't have no value for a life.
Uh-uh.
That's somebody's mama. That's somebody's sister. That's somebody's auntie. What if that was your mother?
They
You know
don't
what I'm
see
saying?
it
And it's just
like that. They see it as, this is what I'm thinking they see it as. They see it as you're part of the game, so you're one of us, so you're ours. You're our responsibility. It's no more your parents.
yeah,
You my responsibility. I'm gonna have to deal with you, and
yeah,
you know the punishment. Now, if you go to the Middle East, and I know you heard of this, they say they have honorable killings within the family
yes,
where the family members will kill their own family if they bring them shame upon the family. So I'm
yeah,
assuming they have somewhat of that same complex of this is
yeah,
my people and I'm going to take you out. Because to me, the Middle East, I'm like, don't y'all have value for life? But it's for them, they care about reputation. That's the utmost, what people say about
yeah,
you, and we still
yeah,
care about reputation in America, maybe not to that degree, but is reputation is everything still. I know sometimes people feel like it's
yeah.
not, but it still is.
It is.
Um,
It is.
and
And it's just like,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, man. This is your show.
No,
I'm sorry
no,
about
no.
that.
Go
But
ahead.
it's just, it's just, it's just sad that you're gonna do all of that for a reputation. All they're gonna do is free you. They're gonna scream free you for a week, and the life moves on. That's what a lot of them don't understand. Life move on. You think you're making a name for yourself when you go to jail? Ain't nobody coming to see you.
Hmm.
When you die, it's gonna be a rest in peace.
Well, I don't think they
And
care
they
about
not
dying.
understanding that. And they young. It's like they got so much life to live.
They
That girl
don't
was
care
20 years
about
old.
dying. I don't think a lot of them care about dying. Do you really think they're caring about dying? I asked them. I said, are you scared to die? They say no.
Oh man, and that's so sad. That is sad.
Shit, I'm
That is
scared to
really sad,
die.
man.
Every time I get on the plane, I'm like, is this plane gonna crash? Look, I be so damn
Yeah. Nah,
paranoid
for real.
getting on that damn plane. I be praying. I
Yeah.
say, God, please let this shit land right. Let it land right, Lord. I'm paranoid every time I get on that plane. Mm-mm.
Yep. It's just, and I mean, and it's a shame. Now, what I did hear about Alabama was that's a death penalty state. So they're gonna be here for a rude awakening. I hope it was worth it.
Yeah.
I hope it was worth it. Even if you don't get the death penalty, you're gonna spend the rest of your life in jail. That girl died. That girl was raped, died, and it was put on the internet like it was a music video. Now, like I said, I didn't see the video and I don't want to see it, but it's just sickening. That was barbaric. That was very animalistic.
It was.
And I saw it when they was arresting the one girl, and she said, "Your mama" or something like that. And I could just tell she
That
no
was
good.
Teja. That was Teja. She was the main girl that
That was
set it
Teja,
up.
okay.
Yeah, they said she's a setup girl, and she got 4 kids.
Over a couple dollars. And now
Now
I did
tell
want
me
to touch on
this:
something too.
where her kids at?
Yeah.
If it was happening at her apartment, where was her kids? Who watch her kids? Huh? Where were
Oh
them
man, I didn't even
kids
think of
at?
that.
Where were them kids?
Yeah.
Some
Yes.
missing.
Yes, ma'am. Something is missing. Now I did want to touch on something.
Go ahead.
When they said that the text message, I don't think that was Mahogany
That's what a lot of people
that
feel.
sent that message. I just, because you got to figure, like, in the month, well, you got to put yourself there. I know you don't want to, but put yourself there. When a person is kidnapping you, they take everything from you.
Mm-hmm.
They taking your phone. They taking everything. So for her to still send that message, I mean, it could have happened. I'm not saying it didn't.
No,
But that's
I
kind
don't
of
think
fishy.
it happened either. Shit. If I deal
Kind
with
of
a
fishy.
celebrity right now, you know he gonna take my phone, and he not gonna give me my phone back until I leave.
Yeah.
So I can't even
So
imagine somebody kidnapping you and they have a hatred for you. They're gonna allow you to get access to
yeah,
your phone, and then they
yeah,
say her eyes was blacking out and everything. So how could, and she was handcuffed. You know they handcuffed the girl.
Yeah, yeah. So that don't to me that sounds kind of fishy. It just sounds fishy to me. I think it was somebody else. I think they
Yeah.
might have felt bad, or they might have tried to eliminate themselves and try to make themselves feel better about what happened. Because for them to take turns on it like that is just I just can't. Certain stories I kind of brush past. I'm gonna be honest, but this one just touched me in the heart.
Yeah, they
Just
took
touched me in
turns
the heart.
on her.
It
And you
touched
can
me in
know
the
it's
heart.
horrible just by hearing the stories and the details that they all
Yeah.
essayed her, they handcuffed her, they was hitting her with the pow pow, she was screaming, they put
Yup.
her body in a goddamn trunk, and then they moved her around,
Yup.
they was humiliating her, and it was a lot of people that was watching this going on. They was videotaping her, making her say the group name, my lord, and they popped her in the back of
Stop
her
it.
head
What?
and left her here in
What?
a dumpster site under a mattress. Now that's a lot. That means a lot when you dump a person body at a dumpster site, a trash
Yeah.
dumpster site under a
Yeah.
mattress. Now
You know.
I may tell a person, I say you a trash dummy. This this was a message. This was a message.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, and that's another thing too. You know, they collect DNA samples and all of that. So even if they didn't find them at first, the DNA was going to link everything. Because when you dealing with the SA, there's DNA left around. So it's on that bed, all of that stuff.
Well,
Hair
maybe they was
follicles, like
hoping that the police wouldn't care because they know they don't care about black people in Alabama. So they was hoping, well, it's a black girl who gives a fuck. Let's wrap this on up,
yeah,
folks. We got better things to do. Maybe that's what they was hoping.
yeah. Because I watch First 48 all the time, and let me tell you something. The way it's going to be physically impossible to get away with stuff. So they wasn't thinking. Then you got caught 2 days later. I heard the lady say that the police didn't do their job right. They caught them guys in 2 days.
Yeah.
They all was caught in 2 whole days. Like some people don't get caught.
Yeah, a lot of people don't
They
get
got
caught.
them off the street. They got them off the street in 48 hours.
You know why?
So it's
They
like,
said it was an 18
wow.
anonymous, that same guy that let them know, text her mom at 7:30, was the same person that went down to the police and told everything. That was a rumor in the streets that this 18 anonymous boy told everything. They said that the last
Yeah,
text message between him and Teja told him to burn the car up and to dump the body. And he did not burn that car up, but he went down to the police station and he told everything. And that's why people feel like that's
yeah,
why it got so fast.
yeah. And I'm glad he did that because those type of people they got to be off the street. They got. I mean, you got the women, and when I'm reading about the women with the SA, and I'm like, what? Like, like the women
I
and the
don't know
guys
why
took
y'all so
turns. Like, what
shocked
the?
when it comes to these women doing it to other
Like,
women. Honey, after I'm seeing
like,
the
what?
baddies, do you watch the baddies? You don't see the baddies, East?
No
You
man.
don't see how these women are tearing
Yeah.
down each other. You don't see Jocelyn Cabaret. Honey, these women are not your
Oh
friends.
man.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Hell no.
And you know what's funny? They a lot of them they just raised with that bad girl mentality, and they don't realize how ugly that is.
They love it.
That is an
They
ugly trait.
love it.
That is an ugly trait. I'm sorry. Like I got little cousins and all that, and I be looking at them like, man, y'all tripping. Like that is not cute. Like that fighting in the street and then over a dead dude. Like come on, man. Like
Well,
come
what
on.
I'm hearing is, I guess Teja try to make it sweet and try to get his homies to say that she the one that set him up for it. That she has something
Oh
to do
wow,
with the
that's
setup
crazy.
of his death to get them really enraged.
That's crazy. That is crazy. And then for them to just sit there, I mean, where's your heart at?
They don't got no damn heart. What? Come on now. Now, you know, in the black community, in the hood, they don't raise these men to have no goddamn heart. They raise men to be soldiers. Don't cry. You don't got no heart. Be a soldier. So that's what they did. They were dummy soldiers. They did exactly what the girls wanted them to do. The girls needed muscle. So get some dumb muscle.
And you know what's crazy?
Talk to
and
them. Talk to them like their mama talk to them, and they gonna do it. They gonna do it. Okay, they used to these women talking their ass like that anyway, so they'll do it.
And you know what's crazy? I've been locked up before. Let me tell you something, man. You guys, the dumb muscle, they gonna go through more problems in prison than probably the girls are gonna have. Wow. Now think about that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have more problems. You're young, you threw your life away, and you have that charge on you. Let me tell you something. Look, people with those charges, they can't live. Like, they can't live. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. And I don't want to take it there like that on your channel, but they can't live. They're gonna have problems. And I'm gonna be real. I'm not for punishment like that, but they deserve it.
Well,
and I don't, Lord forgive me.
No, they do deserve it. I think what's going to help is if the government is strict on crime. We need to bring the crime dogs back, okay? Take a bite out of crime, everybody. So we need the crime. We need to be more strict on crime because we are not. This country is very lenient on crime. The criminals are winning, and they know they winning. And they enjoying it.
And then they have this new R&R thing. They have an R&R thing where you could just release yourself.
Really? I never heard that.
Like you got, New York has this law where you could it's called an R&R, and certain crimes, if it's like a non-violent crime, you could just sign yourself out. There's no bail. Like you don't gotta put up bail money, unless it's like a serious crime.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So, So it's just a lot because the jails are overpacked. The jails are overpacked and the prisons are overpacked. So they're trying to make
they need to build. They need to build some new. They need to bring some new jails.
Trust me, they are. Trust me, that's in the plan.
They need to build some new goddamn jails. Okay, because
and then it's like.
You said what?
I mean, they young. I'm looking at the ages. 21, and I'm like, wow. I wasn't even thinking like that when I was 21 years of doing something like that. And I mean, they SE this. I mean, it's just sickening. And I don't get how this is on national news and on Yahoo and the main topics. Like this needs to be on the top.
News. Maybe just got to give it more time. But it's been on news.
Yeah.
Why hasn't it gone?
I feel like they're covering up.
I don't know. Everybody on that Diddy. Everybody's still on that Diddy.
Everybody on P Diddy and all of that stuff. Like this article right here. This has to be on. Like this is sad. And I mean, and I don't want to pull the race into it. They get so mad when a person of a Caucasian or whatever race looks down on them. But look what you're doing to your own people. Half the time black and I'm proud.
Yeah, well, I don't understand why you even concerned about how other people looking at you when look how you look at you.
Yeah, like it's be sad. I mean, ratchetness. I mean, straight ratchetness, and they don't have no problem with it. But a lot of
they love it. I told you they love it. What you mean they don't got no problem with it? They love it. They don't want to be done now.
And I mean, it's just, and it's an ugly attitude. It's an ugly mentality. You got some of the prettiest girls out here do the ugliest thing, prettiest people do the ugliest thing. And I mean, just ugly. That right there was just ugly, and it was insane. Like I've heard stories with nothing like this, man. But then you gonna put it on the internet? Like, are you crazy? You think got caught 2 days later? So what was on that for? They just jumped on you as soon as you got to the. It's
They
just,
they
oh
would
man,
have got away
this
with it if it wasn't for that boy saying nothing in
yeah,
that phone call. They would have got away with it. And I'm sure they
yeah,
got away with
and this
plenty
is
of
what,
stuff they did. I don't think it was the first
oh
time
yeah,
that they were doing this.
that was
They done this shit before.
that wasn't the first one.
Mm-mm.
That wasn't the first one.
They used to
That's the
this.
routine with them.
They used to this.
Yeah, they used to that stuff. And I mean, just it was just wicked. It was just a wicked
I'm just
and
glad they got
heinous
him off the streets because I also had people emailing me and saying that Teja was trying to take out their nieces and daughters too. So Teja has
oh wow.
been trying to do this to numerous girls in Alabama. Mahogany is not the only one. So people are thankful that they're gone or they're going to get justice because they've been threatening a lot of girls. You know, I've read some letters from people and they said they had to put their daughter, move her out the state because Teja and her crew were running after them.
Wow. And this is another thing, man. Like what's up with the neighborhoods now? How do they just condone these people just walking around like that, doing heinous acts like that? And it's like nobody says anything because from the way it reads, these people got a reputation.
Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. They scared of them.
Like these people have a reputation.
Everybody's
Like
scared of them. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. They don't want no problems.
they don't want no problems. Yeah, you're
Uh-uh.
right.
The white
And
people ain't scared
and I
of them,
mean,
though. That's why they passed that
yeah,
bill so the
yeah,
white
you're
people
right.
can get that pow pow. The white people, they going to
Yeah,
blast your ass out of here. Now, see, the black people, they scared to have a gun. Oh, don't put that gun in the house. I'm scared of gun. Why would you put the gun? You need a gun to protect yourself from these hoodlums. And your ass won't be so scary,
yeah.
you know?
And I mean, you're right, man. I'm not disagreeing with nothing you said because this is stuff. I like this conversation because this is stuff I talk about all the time. And some people look at me like I'm crazy, and it's like, no, it's just that my eyes are open. Like, look what's going on. Like you said, they want reputation, they want all of this stuff. But I just feel like too, for the neighborhood not to say anything, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's like we live by these laws that's hurting us more than it's helping us. That's the problem. Everybody knows I'm not opening my mouth because guess what? That's the problem. Because this is somebody's child. That mom has to bury her child. That's so sad when a parent has to bury a child. Then in a gruesome way. It wasn't like she had an illness or a condition. She died in a gruesome way.
Yeah.
Like very gruesome. And her mother has to always relive that video for the rest of her life. You know, hopefully that
Hopefully
child
the
will never
mama
have
not
to see
gonna watch that video. If I was a mother, I would not be watching that video. Why would I want to replay that in my mind? I don't want that thought process to haunt me in my mind and see what they did to my daughter. I'm not trying to see that. But maybe she did. I don't know. If I was the parent, I
I
don't want
don't
to
know if
see
they
it.
showed it to her like in the
I don't want to see
I'm
it. Don't show me
and
that
man,
shit. Don't show it.
and man, I say that respectfully too, because I don't know, like an interrogation room, they might have talked to the mom, you know what I'm saying? Like what, but if she did see that video, that's gonna always stick with her. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna stick with her. And it's just sad. I'm gonna be real. I was scared when I read about that. I was scared. I was like, this is what's going on. This is normal. And I'm a single African, and I don't even have kids. So it's just like, wow, like this is sickening. Like this is sickening. And the reason I want to call the show, man, because I feel like a lot of brothers, man, we gotta chime in on this too, man.
You definitely right. You damn right. Because
Like
where was
boys,
Mahogany Daddy at? Where was Mahogany Daddy?
Exactly.
Huh?
Thank you.
Where was the Mahogany Daddy at? Where Teja Daddy at? Where Ariana Grant Daddy at? Where Blue Daddy at? Blue, where your daddy at, Blue? Blue, where your daddy?
Yeah.
Where these
And
daddies
she
at?
just looked vicious. I'm sorry. Just some pictures I saw, she just
Hell
looked
yeah,
vicious.
I'm scared of her
I ain't
ass.
even gonna lie.
Uh-uh.
She just looked vicious.
Yeah,
Really,
where these
like, she
daddies
looked
at?
crazy. And I don't want to talk about it. But like you right though. Especially with those boys. Like what part, like as a man, where do you think this is right? You wouldn't want nobody that say your sister or your mother. Why would you do that to somebody? It's all these girls in the street, but when I look at their mugshots, they all look. They just. I don't want to judge nobody. They look crazy.
They
look
are
crazy.
crazy. What you mean, look? They are. They got the track record to prove it. They crazy.
Like
They look like what
and
they
I see the
is.
one boy was egging it on. Yo, y'all need to fire off on that. I'm just looking at him like.
Well, did you hear that his daddy was in the room too?
Yeah, I did hear something like that. Yeah. Oh my God. That's him. You should be ashamed. Because don't get me wrong, there's a lot of young, stupid stuff, but you got a lot of stupid older people too. Just as dumb as the young ones. And now he might have to go to jail too. And it's just like I said, man, it's just really sad. It's just really sad. I really feel bad for that family. I feel bad for that girl. She didn't have to go out like that. I hear people saying, well, when you live like that, come on. Nobody deserves it. But then they ganged up on him. Like that was just. Now I did see a little clip of them fighting outside or whatever, and that just looked like a bunch of wild animals. Like that just looked like a bunch of wild animals. Like that is crazy.
Yeah,
and
I think two things can be true at the same time. I think that when you live that lifestyle, it is a high risk that this is the outcome. However, she did not deserve it. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, she didn't.
When you live that lifestyle, it is a high risk that this is the outcome. But she is a victim and she did not deserve what they did to her.
She did it.
Two things can be
really
right at the same time.
Yeah, he didn't deserve that. And I mean, 20 years old. He ain't even hit 21. 20 years old.
Ooh, I'd be so mad if that was me. Ooh, I'd be so fucking mad if that was me. If that was me. Ooh, how would you feel if you 20 years old and you got killed by your friends in that way?
In that way, and I mean, essaying the girl, it was just like, oh.
Well, I'm sure Mahogany has a lot of regrets. Mahogany, I'm sure she looking at this shit like, damn. If I only listen, only if I would have just did X, Y, and Z. I'm sure Mahogany got regrets.
And then especially too with a lot of the younger crowd, they think the parents trying to ruin their fun. And they're not trying to ruin their fun. They're trying to save their life. They want you to come home in one piece. That girl ain't make it home in one piece. You know, they want you to come home all intact. You know, let me tell you something. I'm not perfect. I used to do things when I was young. I ain't go that extreme, but I did things. And I'm looking back now, my mom was trying to save my life. And she did save my life.
Now, where was she living at? Because they said her mom done kicked her ass out.
Yeah, that's what they said. I read that her mom got.
So where was Mahogany staying at? Where was she staying at? Was she staying with Teja? Was she just trying to crash wherever she can crash? Where was she staying, y'all?
Yeah.
That's a good ass question.
Yeah, you right.
Hey, y'all, where was Mahogany staying? Was she staying in hotels? Where was she staying?
Yeah, that's just, oh, God. And I mean gruesome, man.
Where was Mahogany staying at the time? Can y'all please answer that? But Mahogany's sister, Mahogany's sister, did you see her sister on the screen? Mahogany's sister didn't hang around with people like that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
No, they say they don't even know who she's staying with.
That's a,
They said
that's,
she was staying with her
that's a
cousin.
good question.
She was who is the cousin?
That's a good question. 'Cause it's just really sad because it really that case really bothered me. Like it really like I was up like wow like like I was like yo this is what's going on. And
Yeah,
that's why I
this is
tell people
going
you gotta
on.
watch who you call your friends. Watch who you call your friends. Watch who you drink with. Watch who you get messed up with. Watch who pouring your drinks. You never know. And they could turn on you in a heartbeat. They lower you over there and just turn on you. But my thing is, what makes you give the right to take somebody's life? Like, you want to take somebody's life? It's like
Well,
when you take one life,
their
you ruin
excuse
another.
is gonna be because she was trying to set up to take my life.
Yeah, you're right.
So they said,
You're
well,
right.
shit, you trying
And
to
it's
take my
just
life, then I'm gonna take yours. Because it's either killed or be killed. Which one? Which one you gonna be? You gonna be the killer or you gonna be killed? I don't know. I'm gonna be the killer.
right. Like
Okay.
either be either. Sink or swim. You know. Nah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I'm just at loss of words. It's just very sad, and I feel like a lot of people should learn from this situation. Like even watching this case, I learned a lot of things. You know, you got to watch who you be around, watch who you talk to, watch who you chill with. Let me tell you something. If people ain't got no regards for other people's life, what make you think they ain't gonna have regard for your life? They're gonna have regard for your life themselves. I grew up in neighborhoods where it was grimy dudes. I had grimy friends. And I didn't think they would do me like that, but look how they treat other people. So it makes you think you're off the list. You know, and it's really sad. And I love your platform, man.
Well,
You love
I
your
love you
platform,
for calling, and I hope that you call more
yeah.
often because we need more voices.
Oh yeah, I be wanting to call, but your call line be busy. I'm like, okay, she's buzzing right now. All right.
No,
She's
don't be
buzzing
busy
right now.
like that.
Try to put in my little 2 cents.
They don't be busy like that. But I thank you. I'm about
Yeah,
to
'cause I
end
be
this
trying to put in
show.
my 2 cents.
I'm glad you did. I
Okay.
really enjoyed talking to you, and my listeners enjoy hearing your conversation and your point of view.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm going to let you go right now. All right. So, you guys, that's all I have for today with Mahogany. I got another live coming up, so I'm going to take a 10-minute break with my mouth. I love you guys. I enjoy you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, The Messy Sweet Spot. And I will see you guys tomorrow or in 10 minutes. All right? DJ, where are you, DJ? Come on now.